Is my mic unmuted? It is unmuted. Okay. I never know. I probably should check, but I never know if my mic's muted or not. Phantom notifications. Let's run that ad break. Cool. It is showing up. Nice. Nice. I was wondering how this was gonna show up. I put in the skull emoji and I was really wondering what it was gonna look like. But that's great. It's great that it shows up like that. In Chrome it shows up as a goofy looking thing. But I'm looking, it looks different than all of them. Yeah, yeah, now it looks like the Discord one on Twitter. That's great. I love that so much. Is Raincode still a thing? Okay, well, cool. Cool. Wait, hold on. Is Echo still streaming? She is. Playing Minecraft. Poggers. Nice. We'll see if she's still on. We'll see. Okay. Let me close these. Okay. The intro is officially looped once. Only 2 minutes and 10 seconds according to Twitch. Wow, that's a lot shorter than I thought. I thought that was going to take more time. Okay. I've got my Pro Controller plugged in right now. Cobble will know that I actually had it paired up with my computer because I was working on something, and for whatever reason the Hori pad wasn't working, but the Pro Controller did, which was kind of sad. I was really hoping I'd be able to use the Hori pad so I could keep this bound to my Switch, but I just plugged it in. I might unplug it and just go full wireless right now, but for now the cable isn't bothering me. Anyway, let's start the game. Da-da-da-dun! Okay, that sounds pretty good. I was worried earlier I unplugged and plugged in my headphones again because it sounded really quiet. But right now it sounds pretty good. I'm gonna listen to the stream, so I'll get a good idea of how loud it is. And it sounds pretty good. The music sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound like I'm too loud. It doesn't sound like it's too loud. Let's get right into it. I believe we're at a mystery labyrinth. We continue. I have no idea. I do not remember a single thing that happened. Not a good start in where's my camera? Is my camera here? This is where my camera is. Yeah. Not an amazing start for a mystery game. But I have faith. I have confidence. I believe in Shinigami. I believe in the game not letting me fail. I believe in the game's ability to... This is loading for a long time. Okay. So what's happening? I gotta learn what the buttons do again. I need to learn the controls again. This feels a little laggy. I mean, this doesn't feel laggy, which is weird. But this feels a little... Okay, less so now. I also forgot. The game looks so good. I'm looking at it on stream right now. The game looks so good. I forgot how awful the game looks on my end because of my monitor. It looks so bad. I know I keep talking about this. The game looks so bad on my end. It looks so bad. Let me check something. I found out also that I'll disable the Elgato. I'm not gonna disable the Elgato. I'm just gonna hide the Elgato because I'm messing around with some settings. My Switch is at 11%. TV settings. TV resolution. 1080. RGB range. I think this is fine. Was that it? I think it still looks pretty much the same. It looks a little better. I changed the resolution to be 1080. It looks a little better. I think the rest of it's just the fact that this monitor isn't that good. I'm currently on movie picture mode because I think it looks the best. Although maybe I want to... What's standard? Standard, exit. Everything looks kind of washed out. This is movie. Maybe I could decrease the sharpness. Well, now things just look kind of fuzzy. They look a lot better than they did before. Let me change the sharpness. It was at 40. Yeah, I think anything above 30, it starts to alialize a little too much. I'll keep it at 20. I think everything else is pretty good. Yeah, natural makes everything way too yellow. I think everything else looks pretty good. Okay, so my game now looks slightly better on my end. It still does not look as good as it does on stream, but it does look a little bit better. I don't remember anything about what's happening at all. I do not remember a single thing. It's Nailman. I know we investigated a bunch of other places, but we investigated a... Can I just fast travel? Okay, we can't. Okay, I know we investigated the hidden gambling thing. What do you have to say? Anything new? Sure is beautiful. Make sure you stop by the cafe. The art gallery is closed right now. Okay. He's just like one of those villagers that happily stands by and provides info. We're really call them an NPC. This is just a person. Oh, what was that? Oh, for a brief moment it superimposed on his face. Yeah, the game looks a little better now. It still looks... Any sort of visual effect still looks awful on my end. I know it doesn't look amazing on stream either, but it's not like a super high fidelity like game, and the graphics aren't amazing, but it looks so bad on my end. It looks so bad. It's basically every 3D shape. They all look so bad, and I do not know why. I'm also gonna move myself over and down a little bit, try and stay out of the way. But things do not look good. Maybe I should make myself smaller and move myself up. I just feel like it's really weird when... I don't know. We'll do this. Yeah, like right now it looks awful. It looks so bad, and it's because of all the like lighting effects and everything like that. It looks okay on stream, but it looks really bad on my end. I don't remember the poster. Anti-AMA and Comrades Wanted, Amaterasu. I don't think I'm missing anything. Peacekeepers are headed to the river. Did something happen? I get points for that? I do. Nice. Yeah, I don't think... And the game did say... I have a save slot just in case. But the game... Oh, I see. The game did say that, it'll tell you if you're gonna miss out on quests by ending a chapter. Okay, that's not stairs down. Where are the stairs down? These aren't the right stairs down. Must be these ones over here then. The kid? I mean, Amapal? Yeah, we talked to them earlier.
Alara seems to know who the real culprit is. That's incredible.
Come on! Where's your competitive spirit? You might be a trainee, but you're still a detective.
Alright, bro. Can I run? Is that an option? Do I have a run button? No. I think this is my maximum speed. Okay. That's okay. It will not be See, I don't know if there's still, like, quests that I have yet to do, is the thing. Like, it's not telling, it doesn't say that I can't, but I also don't want to miss out on any quests. But, seeing as I've got 1 through 4, I don't think there's gonna be a 5th one. Also, haha, funny Spirited Away thing. Because we found this one, the Paired with the Devil one. So I think I finished them all. So let's just go. I hope this isn't gonna be like a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 like Indole thing. Where like if you don't do it, like, oh, rip all those quests in Indole. It's like this area will be permanently unavailable. You will not be able to access it again. Quick, do all those Indole quests. I think Xenoblade Chronicles access some stuff like that too. He's waiting.
It's about time.
Hey, wait! You said I had 3 hours, huh? My watch says I still got 5 minutes!
You need to get your watch repaired. Oh dear. The watchmaker is currently detained as a suspect. Just throw away that piece of trash then.
He was cooking on that one. He was like, man, I got the perfect thing. I got the perfect comeback for this.
Besides, you're out of time anyway.
Nick of time?
Take him away.
Look at them when they're walking.
Wait!
That was such a quiet wait.
Yuma! I knew you'd save me!
Is it just me, or does it sound really quiet all of a sudden?
And you are.
I was the one investigating the Nailman murders.
It sounds really quiet all of a sudden. I'm not sure what that's about. All of a sudden, it seemed like it got way quieter.
Oh, I see. So, you're the one who interfered with our work at the clock tower. Well, I will honor your courage for confessing and turn a blind eye to that incident.
It sounds fine on the stream. It sounds just as loud as I am on stream, but it's really quiet on my end.
You must drop this case. If you do, we will leave without pursuing any further action. That'd be the ideal solution for all of us.
But
What
this
do you
probably
say?
also isn't a good comparison, because he's speaking through a megaphone.
Yuma, think carefully about this. Solving the case is good and all, but think about my well-being. Please.
Okay, yeah, I think it's fine. I'll just turn up my volume on my end. Which means alerts are going to be super loud.
Would end this
Oh no.
peacefully, but still.
Please! Get my dad back from them! Please!
He looks just like Yuma.
You may be a trainee.
They got the same hair and
but you're
face.
still a detective. Once you have accepted a job, you must finish it.
I can't back down now. The Nailman
Never
killings
back
have
down,
been
never what?
solved. I will find the truth.
Huh?
Oh, you've said it now! There's no pulling out of this one anymore.
Then our deal is off. He comes with us. This is for directly interfering with our work and bringing strife to Kanai Ward.
Kanai?
But
Please, wait! Before you go! Please listen to what I've discovered
Yeah.
while investigating the past Nailman killings.
You investigated the previous killings.
Look at his face. He's just like, bruh.
We handle all the information for those cases. Now that they're closed, there's nothing left of the crime scenes. I have no time for your lies.
Lies.
The Peacekeeper report didn't say anything about the cause of death.
Recruit moment.
All of the victims
I'm still
were
here.
strangled to death,
I'm just,
weren't they? I suspect this
moving
fact
stuff
hasn't been
around.
made public.
How did you know that?
So the cause of death
It's
was
called
kept
cold
under
reading.
wraps. I hope you see now. My investigation is legitimate.
There we go. I'm done messing around with stuff. The victims of all the serial killings were all strangled, but the cause of death was not publicized. Okay.
Please, let me continue. I will catch the true culprit.
I don't know where you obtained that information. However, it appears that you must be arrested as well.
Rip. L.
You
F
are
in chat.
suspected of espionage. I believe
Oops. No, stop. Wait.
What? Wait, please listen to me.
Which button was it? This one. No. This one. Wait, which button was it? Options. Fast forward, auto dialogue, backlog. Okay, that's what it was.
you are suspected of espionage. I believe an interrogation is in order. Take him away.
You almost had it, but got too carried away, rookie.
Worry not. When you're in trouble, say my name. Halara Nightmare shall rush to your aid.
That's right. Halara, please help! Halara Nightmare!
Cutscene?
It
Cutscene?
appears you require the aid of a great detective.
The Great Mouse Detective? Superhero landing.
Halara, you came for me!
Yeah, as I said I would.
You committed acts of violence against the Amaterasu Corporation peacekeepers. Not once, but twice.
Sorry! I promised to give him a stern lecture after this. Can we please keep things on the down low? Mr. Seth, are you alright?
Who do you think we are? In this town,
You are nothing but an audience. The resolution is premiering now. The leading role belongs not to you or me, but to you.
Me? I'm the lead guy here?
I've set the stage for you to solve the case. The time has come for you to risk it all as a detective. Expose the true culprit.
What's going on?
I don't know why I was brought here. Can I go home?
So that's what you meant about setting the stage. I mean, Halara did suggest the real killer was among the people at the church.
Among?
And now I have to point them out here?
Hey, Yuma, are you sure you got this? Are you really sure? There's no room to mess up here, you know?
It's Mystery Lab time.
Well... What do? I haven't gathered my thoughts yet. It's not like I can just ask for more time here.
Mystery Labyrinth.
Yeah, I don't think so. Laura seems to know the answer already, so why don't you just pay up for it?
But that would waste all of Halara's efforts setting the stage for me.
Huh. So you want to solve this all on your own? If you can't ask Halara for help, why don't you try asking me instead?
You mean the mystery labyrinth?
The peacekeepers aren't just gonna stand by and listen to your deduction here. Things are just gonna escalate, and it might even end up with more deaths.
Oh no.
And that's where yours truly comes in. We have the information we need from the investigation. All that's left is to solve the case with the mystery labyrinth.
But if I do that...
There's
Da-dum.
always a price to pay. When I read the soul of the true culprit, the mystery labyrinth created by the culprit is destroyed. But as a price, the source that created the mystery labyrinth also perishes.
Which means the real culprit will die.
Dun dun dun.
Huh? This killer's a total psycho who's already killed many others. Why do you care so much? Don't you want to solve this case, Master? What about your promise to that kid?
What's wrong, Yuma? If you don't hurry, the peacekeepers will wake up.
What is this nonsense about a resolution? I don't have time for this.
I will make you listen by force if needed. That is my job as assistant.
Well, you better hurry, or things will start getting bloody around here.
Fine.
Mystery Labyrinth.
That's the spirit. Well, Master, are you mentally and physically prepared?
Did she do this last time? I don't remember this last time. I don't really remember her magical girl transformation last time. Did she do this last time? I honestly don't remember seeing this. Well, no, I remember she transformed. I don't remember it being for the lab, though. Everybody's favorite e-girl death god is back, though.
What?
Oh, Halara can see it too. Interesting.
What's this?
Hello, Rodo.
Has time stopped?
Halara, how are you moving right now?
Yuma, what happened? Is this someone's forte?
Kind of?
Shinigami, Halara's in here too.
Not so.
How are the drone umbrellas doing? I actually didn't see a single drone umbrella walking over to get to here.
Master, you used your coalescence, remember? Your ability isn't a one-way street.
But
You have the power to borrow someone's abilities, and you share yours as well.
shocking.
Halara wandered into the mystery labyrinth because of that effect. I think.
So that's interesting because we weren't
Not even sure?
sharing powers normally,
Who are you?
and Halara couldn't see Shinigami earlier.
This won't take too long to explain, plus,
Interesting.
I don't feel like
It'd be really funny if by the end of the game we've just got all of the characters in oh, rip. It'd be really funny if by the end of the game we just have all the characters in the mystery labyrinth. That'd be really funny. Like, it starts off with just Yuma and Shinigami, but by the end of the game he's shared powers with so many people that they're all there. Save current progress? No. Getting kicked in the back really hurts though. She really, like, WWE, like, off the top rope, like, drop kicked him. Oh, this looks really funky. This looks like the first, oh no, they all kind of look like this. It kind of reminds me of the first thing in Somnium Files. When you talk to Mizuki at the carnival. Or at the park. It's not really a carnival.
Where am I?
The place in Space Jam.
Uh,
They probably don't know what Space Jam is.
what should I do? I'll need to explain everything, won't I?
I mean, you don't have to.
We don't have much of a choice now. No point in keeping secrets here.
Halara? Let me explain.
This is a really funny fast forward. I'm so glad she didn't actually have to explain everything to Halara.
That's how this mystery labyrinth involving the Nailman killings materialized.
I see.
I don't know if I could have sat
So
through that.
mystery labyrinths are materialization of mysteries themselves, and the truth is encased deep within. I appear to have underestimated you. This is an amazing forte. I must admit, it's quite a superhuman power. As far as I know, no other ability comes close to this.
Yes, this is definitely my forensic forte, and definitely not a Faustian power I got from making a deal with the devil.
Who?
Definitely not.
I refuse to think you're just
This
a
is definitely my forensic forte.
To be honest, this isn't my ability.
Kind of forgot the names they had, yeah.
Before you continue, tell me, who is that woman beside you?
It's our resident e-girl death god.
Her name is Shinigami. I think the simplest way to describe her is that she's a guide for the mystery labyrinth.
That's me! I'm also Master Scaracute Mentor.
On to my next question.
I like how Halara is just like, moving on.
You're just gonna ignore me?
Rip.
You mentioned the Nailman case just now. I had heard the rumors about that around town.
Nailman.
Why are
There's
you
no need to
investigating
feel
that
down.
case?
I said, Nailman. Get yourself off the
What are you
ground. You
talking
can
about?
stay there.
We were just investigating the Nailman case together.
Something, something, something.
The Nailman. We were pursuing that case together?
Oh, this is funky. What's going on?
You don't remember? There was a young boy who wanted to hire a detective and you turned him down.
I wonder if... Now, the real question is Halara's memory lost because of the Mystery Labyrinth, or is it related to the Forensic Forte?
I do remember you received a request from a child about some case, and you ended up seeking my help.
How could you interest yourself in solving crown cases if you can investigate ghosts and stuff?
The cost for hiring me was 5,500,800 yen.
Well, it's nice to know that Halara remembers the important things, like how much I'm supposed to pay him.
You'll remember the exact amount.
But I can't remember what the case involved. I do vaguely recall investigating something.
I feel like this isn't related to Halara's forte.
My mind is clouded. I don't remember.
I feel like this is the
exactly what
consequence
we
of being in the
investigated
Mystery
or
Labyrinth.
what was discovered.
Could that be?
Yeah, it's because of the Mystery Labyrinth.
Oh, well, thanks, Shinigami.
The Mystery Labyrinth is a fortress protecting the truth, so outsiders usually can't reach it. If someone did happen to wander in, their memories of the case would be locked away. Though, if you have a pact with me, you wouldn't be affected. But I guess that part of the pact can't be shared.
This is the Mystery Labyrinth's defense mechanism, then. It makes sense for a vault that protects its treasure, the truth, to have a significant level of security.
Yep, totally not strange at all. Halara here sure is smart.
Halara.
Oh, don't mind her. She gives people random nicknames.
I wonder what that was originally. I wonder what pun Shinigami used for that.
Anyway, since my memories of the case have been taken away, I will provide a supporting role for your investigation.
Supporting role?
As long as we're in here, I will act as your assistant. Well, that's the same as our original agreement.
That means we can't rely on Halara's
I wouldn't have even picked up on the
detective skills to
phonetic difference.
blast through this
I really don't either. The first time I saw Shinigami say Halara, I was like, is that a typo? And then I remembered that that was the nickname she came up with. But, like, the difference between Halara and Halara...
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate, but it's still
Halara,
nice to have an
Halara,
Hey,
Halara, Halara.
Before we head into the Mystery Labyrinth, let's do that thing.
Huh? What thing?
She's gonna be sussy. She's gonna be sussy. Do I have a sound alert for this? Do I have a sound alert? Do I have something in my soundboard for this, for her being sussy? Oh, I do have this.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna cause you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Yeah. I found that the other day and I thought it was funny. Anyway, as for sussy things, I do have something for after she says something sussy. And I do have some of the same old Among Us stuff.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
Yeah, I am.
I don't remember this either. Oh, no, I do remember this. I remember this animation. I remember their funky, like, waltz thing they do. I was like, I don't remember this. And then it had to zoom in on her heels, and I was like, I remember this. Now I remember. It's all coming back. It's all coming back now. Right, I forgot. She's got to, like, barf up the keys and stuff. I forgot about that. Yeah, I forgot about this. Yeah.
Well, this world is just full of surprises.
Is she gonna barf up the keys now?
I assume that sword is used to cut down enemies interfering with your progress through the mystery labyrinth.
No, it just looks cool.
You're right. It's a special sword that can interact with things here.
I better materialize the solution.
She's gonna do it. She's gonna do it.
Too.
5 points!
Here you go.
Like one crazy penguin from Madagascar.
Do you have to vomit them out every time?
Yes.
What? Should I use a different hole instead?
Wait. I got something for this.
Bruh.
Sorry, please don't mind her.
Alright, we're all set. Now, let's unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Our target is the true culprit who preys on the truth.
I'm gonna mute myself real quick because I want to test something and I don't. It might be really loud, so I don't want it to go to the stream. Okay, I was just confirming that this soundbite was just the soundbite and not the full thing. I have the Captain Sparkles Minecraft song, and I was making sure that it wasn't gonna play the entire song. Because some of them do just play the entire song.
Through this mystery labyrinth will allow us to obtain the truth.
Oops.
But what happens to us if we can't find it?
We'd be lost, wandering around here forever.
But as long as we reach the truth, it doesn't matter how much time we spend here.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, but there's a time limit for solving the mystery labyrinth.
Oh, what?
He's like, a time limit.
There's a limit to how long you can stay in here. Stick around too long and your soul will leave your body behind.
Oh, there's Halara.
Your soul will wander until it's eventually absorbed by the mystery labyrinth, and you vanish entirely.
That doesn't sound good.
In other words, you die.
Why are you laughing? You should have told me this a long time ago.
Oh, relax. Quit whining. A detective is bound to die anyway.
10 hours of sounds occasionally broken. Oh no. You know what is? There's a video on YouTube. Glass breaking at like 100,000 frames a second. Let me see if I can find it. Here's the glass. Here's the original video. Where's the Where's the raw footage for it? Trying to find it. I found the original video. Let's see. Is it not? I thought it was on the second channel. Is it not?
It's no different from our usual line of work. A detective's life is always on the line.
See?
Ah,
Listen up,
here it
Master.
is.
You might learn something.
The other bros.
Softly well, Halara.
Yeah, here it is. It's the longest 5 seconds on YouTube. It's a 19-hour, 33-minute, 48-second video. That's a 5-second video clip played back at original speed. Well, it's not a 5-second video clip, but it's 5 seconds of footage in real time. And it's glass breaking. And there's a point right in the middle where you can see when it starts to crack, and then all of a sudden the whole thing like shatters. It's really interesting. Like you can see the water start to hit the glass, and then from, let's see, it starts to crack around 10 hours, 19 minutes, and 54 seconds. And then by the time it hits 57 seconds, the entire handle is cracked. Yeah. Here we go. I got the link. So if you wanna watch a 19.5-hour video of basically nothing, there you go. There you go. It also appears that these are set up to just have... I'll do the schoolwork. It also appears these are set up to just keep going until you finish the dialogue as opposed to a time limit. That's good to know. Oh.
What's this?
It's a stylized version of the forest where people nail the dolls.
I assume that solving all 4 will allow us to progress.
Oh, I see.
You see? Master, this is your job. So what's first? How about starting with the clock tower, since it was the first one you investigated?
He already hates you because you made him run for so long. I was giving him his cardio.
If the numbers are set chronologically, then the clock tower would be the 4th...
His heart will thank me. However, the joints in his legs, particularly his knees, won't. I can do any of them, but I think I agree. Let's start with the 4th one and work our way back. I don't think they'll have anything important to say, but yeah. He is small. He is small. I believe he is. One of these buttons does something. Oops.
Are you going to the 4th locked room?
Can I go to the different one? Do they all say something? Do they all talk?
The clock tower crime scene is the 4th locked room. Did you forget already?
Okay, no, they're making me.
Maybe you'll have a better memory than a goldfish in the next life.
Okay, they're making me do the 4th one. Okay.
Are you going to the 4th locked room?
The 4th locked room? Sure. Oh. That was sudden and dramatic. Yes. A hole in the space-time continuum opened up beneath our feet.
This is an exact replica of the clock tower crime scene. Shinigami, you didn't recreate it with your powers, did you?
No, I can only do that when I hit you so hard in the head you almost died.
Fascinating.
It looks to me like the crime scene materialized in the labyrinth on its own.
You're going anyway. It would have been funny. I could have kept trying to do it, but
Room is the latest
Somnium Files actually does kind of have dialogue like that. There's this inspector that you can talk to. You can talk to him over and over again at the same crime scene, or you can talk to him once at every new crime scene. The dialogue is the same, but if you keep talking to him, he'll basically be like, "My name's Kagami," and you'll be like, "Ah, I know your name. You're Kagaki, right?" And he's like, "No, I'm Kagami," and he's like, "Ah, I got it. You're Kanaro, right?" And he's like, "No, I'm Kagami," and he's like, "Ah, I'm sorry, Kenshiro," and he's like, "It's Kagami."
What are the details of the case?
It's really funny.
Try to tell me as concisely as possible.
And if you keep doing it, eventually he just stops talking to you.
The crime was a locked room murder inside the storage room of a clock tower.
After you do it like 5 times, when you try to talk to him again, the character just internally monologues and says, "I think I know what his name is by now."
In the middle of the room was a woman's corpse covered in countless nails.
Which means that's the corpse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing
There were
deduction
also
skills.
lots of dolls nailed to the walls. It looked just like one of those bizarre crime scenes left behind by that mailman guy from the urban legend.
Alright, Kuragi, you know I'm a hot demon friend.
Hence the
You know,
mailman killings.
it's like, alright, Kagami, but listen, you're not the one with the e-girl death god. I am.
From the look of it, the door was locked from the inside.
I already know how they did this one. This was the easiest one to solve. I know how they did this one. It was the most obvious crime ever.
Yeah, it was locked.
There's a
until
window.
the door was discovered.
They're like, how could they have possibly done this if the door was locked from the inside? My guy, there's literally a window. There's literally a window in the room that has a bunch of water beneath it because it rained and all the rain came in.
There's only one window, and its shutters were down as well.
We already established that it auto locks. If you drop it from a high enough height, it'll just close on its own and lock itself.
I see. So the shutters were locked too.
This was the easiest mystery I've ever solved.
This is the 3rd floor of the clock tower. It's too high up to jump from here.
So it really is.
No, it's not.
Mystery.
It's not a locked room mystery. Somebody hung a rope off the clock tower a floor above us. We saw boot prints in the mud below. They locked the door, they killed the lady, set up the crime scene, locked the door, then they jumped out the window, held it up high enough so it would drop down and auto lock, and then they just slid down a rope.
Hey, if this is a locked room, aren't we stuck in here too?
Uh,
Oh no.
Either that or it's gonna be like the Danganronpa locked room mystery, where it turns out there was no murderer. Imagine how hard these would get dropped if randomly they're like, yeah, by the way, teleportation technology exists in this universe. That's what I thought about in Nirvana Initiative. There's a crime scene right at the first crime you investigate is this dude. You find this dead guy, but it's one half of his body perfectly split down the middle. And Mizuki was like, maybe he was cut, and Iva was like, nah, no way, it's too fine to be like that. There's no footprints in or out. And I was like, unless they teleported. And then Iva was like, the only way they could have gotten here is if they teleported. And I was just like, bro, what?
You'll run out of time, and your soul gets snuffed out. You better hurry.
And then I was like, what if they split him molecularly, or like at the atomic level? And that's why he's perfectly in half. And then Iva was like, this man was split at the molecular level. And I was just like, bruh, I gotta stop saying this. I gotta stop making these claims and then immediately having the game repeat what I just said. Oh, rip. Persona 5 moment. Seek a way out.
So that's how to make the questions appear.
I'm surprised you're so calm after seeing that.
Isn't every split a split at the molecular level too, though? I guess in a way, right? If you think about it, technically, everything splits. There's some molecular splitting going on in every split. So what can I investigate? It looks like it's the body, the door, and the window. Well, I already know it's the window. I like it's like, where did the culprit flee from? They fled from the dead body. I probably should have chosen the wrong questions just for fun. Oh.
The culprits must have escaped.
Only true Chad slit managed to be nuclear slits though. Like the dude in Shadow of The Eminence in Shadow. I am atomic, and then he like becomes a nuclear warhead.
And your reasoning?
When I arrived at the scene, the window shutters were closed.
He's like, I need to be strong enough to withstand nuclear bombardment, and then he like turns himself into a nuke.
It was wet.
It's so goofy.
But I could tell it was already starting to dry.
Which means the window is open not too long ago.
Exactly.
It's likely the culprit escaped through the window and closed the shutters on the way out.
Whoa,
Is
what
it
an idea.
possible to close the shutters from the outside?
Yes, it's called you let go of them and gravity makes them fall. He did the opposite of withstanding. He became the nuclear
The
bombardment.
style of shutter automatically locks, so if you let go of the shutters at the right height, its momentum pulls it down. And once down, it locks all on its own.
What a convenient window.
In other words, the
How
culprit
convenient.
held up the shutters while moving outside. Once they let go, it automatically locked.
I think my favorite part about it is that this deduction is the culprit opened the window while they were climbing through the window. Then they closed the window. It's kind of like, whoa,
Let's try leaving this locked room in the same way.
whoa, there's an idea.
Right. Let's try it.
There's an idea. You're telling me that in order for you to go through something, it needs to be open? You don't just walk through closed doors? That's wild. Oh. It's Seth. But he's Gigabrain.
Killings have already been solved.
He's like Megamind.
Is he that peacekeeper?
Oh yeah, the water pressure blades. Yeah, they have,
It's a mystery phantom. The people covering up the case in the real world are manifested like that here to stop us.
There's a episode of Mythbusters where they're trying to make a fake rubber moose, and they go to this shop to cut the rubber pieces that they're going to use to assemble the moose, and they use water jets to cut the rubber. It's really cool.
You think the culprit really escaped from here? This high up? If you fall, you die. Why don't you give it a try?
My man's got the Sans eye. There's no top to this clock tower. Oh right, I forgot that we're connected on like two chokers.
Down with you.
We can't leave a guest behind, Hallara. It would be downright unmannerly.
And away they go, off into the galaxy.
So simple.
Press the correct buttons when you think you're the correct answer.
There's my
Attacks are gonna keep coming. Oh, so this is like the I don't know what Makoto had. Was it? I have no idea what Makoto had in the first game, but it's like Shuichi's like Vegas like convertible drive and Hajime's much cooler snowboarding thing. They're falling towards the endless now.
It's a manifestation of a mystery, so solving it will get us out of this, right?
I think so.
I like that I could just like stop advancing the text and they'll just keep falling.
The culprit wouldn't have fallen out of the window like we did. They would need a tool to get up and down.
A tool?
The curved space, yeah, the endless now.
You should have found something during the investigation. I was helping you, after all. You must have seen the answer with your own eyes. Try to remember.
Well, I wanted to investigate the fourth floor, but Shinigami said no. Oh. Persona!
That's it. We found the burnt remains of that rope in the incinerator at the church.
Your investigations were a nightmare. Gary Gygax didn't find that funny. It's one of my favorite quotes. Gary Gygax doesn't find that funny. Oh. I tried to press the button there, but I guess I was too late. It was not the wet floor. It was also not the shutter structure. It was the marks under the dolls. He really throwing text now. He really do be throwing words. Forget throwing hands, my man throws words.
The culprit must have tied the rope there. That's why those nails have been hammered in below the window.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked onto a window. Unless you've had special training for it.
My man's never heard of rappelling.
There's no way an amateur could manage it.
My man thinks that you have to be a trained Special Forces member in order to rappel down a rope.
In that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been...
A harness.
What's that? I can't hear you!
Aye aye, Captain. Oh.
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. In spirit
Well, we are.
and
Oops. I did not mean to press that. I didn't press anything. I just moved my stick because I thought I would have to move.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked.
We also already established it was a rope ladder. They didn't really talk about it here, but if you look at the actual like piece of evidence that we found, it's very obviously a rope ladder.
It must have been...
Like it was obviously a rope ladder from the picture they gave us.
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. In spirit anyway.
Well, a rope ladder is a rope that looks like a ladder. And a rope is just a rope.
Ow. We're alive.
You could imagine a rope ladder as two ropes with a bunch of smaller ropes tied in between to make rungs. So you can just step down it like a ladder, whereas a normal rope is just a single line. But they're functionally the same? Yeah, basically. But in this context, it's just like anybody can climb down a rope ladder. Climbing up a normal rope might be hard. Especially if you don't have something like harnessed on, because then you'll have to like do the military thing where you like jump up and you twist it around your feet so you can like worm your way up and like create footholds.
Thanks.
But with a rope ladder, you could just walk up and down like a normal ladder.
Correct. It's all thanks to me.
Sometimes they make rope ladders with wood rungs instead of rope rungs, but same difference.
Well, it was a lot of money.
Climbing up a rope is that hard? That's what they're claiming. The reasoning here is that no normal person could climb up a plain old rope.
Come on.
That would be impossible.
Staring at each other all day. Let's get out of this locked room.
Right.
That was the reasoning here. And that's why we had to prove it was a rope ladder and not a normal rope. They said no normal person could climb up a plain old rope by themselves. It would have to be some sort of special rope. That's like, yeah, it's impossible. I mean, I could maybe see the argument that it would be way harder to try and climb down a plain rope while it's raining on like a sheer 90-degree angle. But saying that it's not possible for a normal person is wild. At the very least, you could wrap something around and just slide down the rope. Like, let go. Like, you wouldn't even need to climb down. It's not even climbing up it, it's climbing down the rope. You could just, like, have gloves on or something really thick and just, like, start and stop, start and stop.
That's
You just have to worry about getting
It
rope
was funny
burn.
at the time, but it makes sense now. The rope can be folded in the middle, and then the ends can be connected together.
I'm not sure that's how a rope ladder works, but okay.
And that's how they made a rope ladder.
Alright, I'll take your word for it, Yuma.
What makes you so sure it was used here?
The nail under the window showed signs of friction from a rope and had some yellow fibers on it. A clergy member showed me the rope's burnt remains, and I noticed it was the same yellow color. And there were footprints on the ground below the window of the clock tower, facing the wall. Thinking about it now, these were clearly signs that someone climbed down the rope ladder and landed there.
Wait, wasn't the rope ladder hitched on that nail? How did they get it down from the bottom?
The culprit could have cut it one rung at a time as they descended. By the time they reached the bottom,
It would come undone, so they could just pull one end and it would come out.
it would have been one long single rope,
Yeah.
which they could easily pull down.
Because it wasn't tied around the nails, it was just looped around the nails. So once you cut the loop, you could just pull it down.
The window's shutters fell due to its weight and locked automatically, completing the locked room.
Yep, that's a stellar deduction.
The only thing that
Props.
this calls into question is the timing of the shutter dropping before the rope is able to be pulled down. But theoretically, to some extent, you would be able to try as much as you want. Or you could just had something propped up, like a stick or something. Like, you could have opened the thing, climbed down, gotten a stick, or brought a stick with you, propped up the thing, then climbed down, cut the rope, pulled the rope out, the rope knocks over the stick releases, and then the shutter falls down because the stick isn't supporting it anymore.
To me for training you.
The culprit used that rope ladder to escape the clock tower. What of it?
I actually, compared to What's-His-Face, I actually like Phantom Seth a lot more than the previous guy. He's so goofy.
He's back.
That
He looks like a
doesn't
Tangela.
change our verdict at all. The watchmaker is the culprit.
Master, boom, kill the mystery phantom blocking your path.
Yeah.
It's time to duel. What's going on? What's happening? Crampons would have been really cool. Just walk down the side. Last resort. Oh, my.
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is.
Oops.
The watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime.
We know that. How do I... Wait, how do I attack again? Wait.
The watchmaker was also at the scene.
Oh. I don't... wait, no. How do I attack?
And he had a hammer
There we go.
and nails.
I was trying to slash the
He
noise.
committed the crime.
I just don't remember how to do it.
Committing the crime. Just
Oh.
as you deduced, he created that locked room
Okay.
and escaped via the rope ladder.
Rebuttal.
This is the truth.
I forgot how finicky the timing was for the dodging.
Heights. He couldn't even look out the windows as he went up the tower. No way he climbed a rope ladder that high up. So it's impossible for him to have committed the crime. He's not the nail man.
Just like saying that it's impossible for a normal human to climb a rope, saying that he couldn't have committed a crime because he's afraid of heights is also really goofy. No normal person can climb a rope. He's too afraid of the heights to even try.
You said these mystery phantoms try to cover up the case, right? Which means the Peacekeeper Seth is trying to do just that.
I don't know why, but it's clear the Peacekeepers are involved with this case.
Perhaps it is connected to Kanai Ward's ultimate secret. All the more reason to seize the truth. Let's go.
Right.
Jeez, who's the protagonist here?
His hair turns it. That's the great part about his ahoge. Normally it's a question mark, but it can be any type of punctuation. Well, most types of punctuation.
By the way,
He probably can't turn his hair into an umlaut.
does it only work on cues and mystery phantoms?
The solution blade works against anything in the mystery labyrinth. So don't cut your allies by mistake, Master.
You could have told me that sooner.
Can I use that sword?
Ooh, so sorry. Only Master is able to use it because he made a pact with yours truly. You may be under the effects of coalescence, but you're just an extra here, Elara.
Wait a second. An umlaut's not a punctuation though, so he's fine. Is she wearing multiple socks? Does she have thigh highs on and then also have socks? Like, or is that part of her boot? Because it looks like an inner layer. Like, inside the boot but outside of her thigh highs. Is she wearing 2 sets of socks?
So, nope. You can't use the solution blade.
I would. Was merely
Interesting.
curious. Regardless, it's best I act as support, since I don't have any memories of what happened.
I think it's part of the boots. I think it's an interior part of the boot, because it looks too stiff to be socks. You can see in the back, like, it seems like... It just seems too, like... I don't know. Private socks, walking socks, yeah. I get that. I think it's just a weird part in the inner part of her boot. It might be an inner part of her boot, and then, like, the outer part of her boot is, like, a thing that goes around it. And it's, like... Because she has buttons in the front of her boots. So, the inside might be, like, a softer thing, and then the outside is, like, something that holds the form.
Do.
And then she unbuttons the buttons in the front, and that, like, lets the boot spread open so she can, like, take them on and off. Not that she does that, her boots just kind of appear on her feet because she's magic. If I could fly, I would not be wearing boots. If I could fly, I certainly wouldn't be wearing 4-inch heels.
I think I understand the reason why now.
Although you could argue that since you're not actually walking, you don't have to worry about what walking around in heels does to your feet.
That rope
You could
was
probably
locked
just wear
inside
whatever
a
shoes you
safe
wanted.
which only clergy members could access.
In other words, whoever tried to destroy the evidence is a member of the church.
All 4 members.
Prompt and logical.
Technically
That is
3
quite
members.
impressive.
Wait, you're tooting your own horn?
Oh. Don't your feet get kind of sweaty if you keep boots on for long? Yeah, but does Shinigami even have to worry about that?
You know,
Wonder what lies ahead, or am I the weird one here? No, that is what, in fact, what happens. And I guarantee you can find about, if you type in something about boots and sweaty feet, I'm sure you can find 20 different copy pastas about that. In fact, there's one that comes to mind. I don't really know it all the way, but I know there was one floating around for a while. But if you try hard enough, nothing's impossible.
Hey! A treasure chest! Can I open it? Check it out! A new solution key!
Well, only clergy members have access to the incinerator, so that basically, if we're saying it's one of them, that narrows it down to 3 people. No?
we're back to the original spot.
So, we cleared the first route. We just need to keep this up and go through each shrine one.
She's
by
kind of
one.
too excited for that, kind of
Focus on
off.
the culprit. Which supposedly leads to
Shinigami
some real-life case.
Be like,
I'm starting to
whoa,
understand
people
the
dying?
mystery
That's hello
labyrinth
rad. That's gnarly, my guy.
Fast! Unlike a certain master I know.
If you're so impressed, why don't you just sign a pact with Halara?
Oh, are you sulking? You're the jealous kind, aren't ya?
It mocks me.
No, I'm not.
We're short on time, aren't we? Let's move on.
Right.
I can't wait to reap the culprit's soul. what do we do next? You can choose whichever you want, so why not start with the one you're most confident with?
Joke's on you, Shinigami. I don't remember what any of them are. Yeah, joke's on you. I don't remember what any of them are, so we're just gonna work our way back down. I do not remember what any of these other three were. Actually, no. One of them was the secret club. One of them was the office, and then I don't know what the third one was. Oh, the painting one. Was that the second one?
The second locked room mystery occurred 3 months ago in that mansion. The corpse was inside the study, and the room's key was found underneath the corpse.
Starting with the one that you're most confident with makes sense through the time limit. Yeah.
Then let's solve this thing. Are you going to the second locked room?
No, I'm not. I thought this was the museum one. Is the third one the museum one?
The third locked room was a murder that happened.
Yeah, okay.
1 month ago in the art gallery storage in Ginma district. Pictures and paint were scattered all around the spot where a woman was boom killed.
Why not start with the one you're least confident with to get it out of the way equally as valuable?
If you think you're up for it, then let's
I
solve this thing.
don't really remember anything that stood out with any of the three, but I like...
Going to the third locked room?
I feel like I can suss out the art gallery one the easiest, so let's try that one. I had some ideas about the mansion one, I just don't know how they got the key under the body. I mean, I do. It's called, you can lock the door before you leave, and then you just close the door behind you. These people act like it's impossible for you to lock a door while it's open, and then pull it shut behind you.
Room again? This was the corpse that was discovered by that worshipper and the art gallery employee. At the time of discovery, the door was locked and the key was nailed to a doll inside the room.
Don't worry, if I was in game and the demon's suggesting me to start with the Vesta, I 100% would, yeah.
Aside from the door, the only other entrance is the window, but it opens just enough to fit a finger in. The frame itself is too small for even a child to squeeze through. How did the culprit vanish from here?
They turned into water, and then they just seeped out the window. Maybe the culprit was the woman. She's also... she's not as pasty as the other lady. What are my options? They fled into the painting. They fled into the painting. They fled through the door. They fled through... what is my other option? I saw something pop up. They fled through the window. Okay, so they fled through the painting. They fled through the window. They fled through the door. I think it's the door.
Here.
I feel like they just locked the door, nailed it, cut the door open, and then just
Culprit
closed.
could have only escaped from here, but
Do you guys not understand the concept of locking a door while it's open, and then closing it behind you?
Nothing's happening. Maybe you made a mistake, Master.
no, that can't be right. It's impossible for anyone to squeeze through that window. They could have only gotten out through the door.
I don't know why this is so crazy for them. The idea that you can lock a door while it's open, and then close it behind you. That's how people lock themselves out of their houses.
I'm sure the culprit had the key and locked the door from the outside after
Bruh.
committing the crime.
Bruh, it's called you open the door, you lock it, you keep the door open, there's plenty of stuff in here to prop the door open, then you nail the key to the painting, and then you just walk out of the room. It's not that hard.
The culprit just used a copy of the key? Would that really be considered a locked room mystery?
I find it more crazy there's text in the ground randomly.
Well,
I mean, I guess you
there
could
are
argue that maybe it's the type of lock that won't let you close it if it's locked, but The fact that they
Duplicate.
don't mention that and completely disregard the fact that you could like lock a door and then just close it.
I learned that thanks to you, Halara.
One of the keys is always carried by that one employee. It was used when the body was first discovered, right? And the only other key was nailed through a doll onto a painting.
Maybe, hypothetically speaking, they lock the door, place the painting, lock the door from the outside, went around to the back, opened the slit in that small window, attached the key to the nail, and then threw the nail at the painting. What does escape through the painting even mean? I assume it means like hiding or something. Like maybe they hid in here, and then they escaped like after the body was discovered. That's what I would assume. Either that, or they're suggesting it might just be a gag answer of like, Yuma, a person can't escape through a painting. This isn't Mario.
I suppose you could call it that. Hey, Yuma, can you go check outside of that window?
In the painting? Yeah.
Oh, just like before.
Before?
I think it's possible that
You made me do the same thing in the real world when we were investigating this place.
two things. One, Halara's face. What is that? What is that? What am I looking at? Two, it's the painting.
I see. Then the answer has already been confirmed. Very well.
Huh? Wait, did you already solve this mystery?
At least more probable than the door. Yeah. I could see the idea that you could place the painting on the ground, close the door from the outside, lock it with the key, go around, put the key onto the nail, and then throw the nail through the gap in the window, have it land on the painting.
You
That's
haven't?
a fat version of the scream. Yeah. Yeah. It's legally distinct. It's so they won't get sued for copyright. They call it the yell.
How about you go and check outside the window? Then even you will see.
Or the shout.
Oh, it unlocked. Looks like you can go outside.
Alright, let's go see.
No, I'm just making that up. It's the scream from Wish. I am very curious about what this option was, escaping through this painting. Maybe they got turned into a painting. Dun dun dun. Oh. Okay, that doesn't look big enough for them to throw the nail, but
You already checked this in the real world? Why do it again?
Halara told me to check it twice. There must be an important clue outside that window.
Hey! Maybe the culprit threw the key in through the window. That way, the key would be found inside. Well, how about that theory?
oh. Not this again. Oh.
Is this the storage key?
Which means...
Maybe the culprit is still found in the painting because he was like rolled over like the Roadrunner. Oh no, maybe they got Looney Tunes physics.
This one's a freebie! I was right! Just toss it in there, Master!
The culprit threw the key inside?
Well, I'm gonna say no.
Is that really the right answer? Did the culprit throw the key in from the window?
I mean, they didn't just toss the key in. If they did, I assume they attached it to the nail beforehand because it was attached to the loop in the key. You can do that before throwing the key. I'm gonna wait this one out. Even if it's wrong, I'm gonna wait this one out.
You're gonna fall!
That's the right answer?
How? Didn't the culprit throw the key in there? That's why the key was found inside, right?
No, the crime scene wouldn't end up like that if we threw it in.
It would just be on the
key
ground
was
somewhere.
nailed to a painting. That's not possible if you just throw it into the room.
I mean, it's theoretically possible. Once again, it is theoretically possible. You could put the nail through the loop in the ring, and then throw the nail in the or the loop in the key, and then throw the nail in the key through the window. It'd be really, really hard, and I find it very unlikely that you would be able to get enough force to have it embedded in the painting, and it certainly wouldn't be straight up and down like it was, but it is theoretically possible.
Oh, right. But if the culprit didn't throw it in there, how is the key left in the room?
If you can't nail the key after throwing it...
Oh, rip. The culprit used a crossbow, case closed.
You're back.
She looks, every time we see the corpse, she looks more and more lifelike. Her skin doesn't look nearly as gray as the other
The
corpse.
key vanished.
The key is in my hand.
Why are you holding a doll?
Master, you got the doll and nail!
I see. So you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did. Try it out. Doing so will create a new path.
Yeah, I'm gonna solve this.
Maybe I should have chosen a different one. I have no idea what's happening. I have no clue.
You gotta think like the culprit, Master.
Think about how the culprit created the locked room and follow the same steps to complete the room. I forgot I gave Shinigami a voice. Inspect items following the sequence of events. Some of the items weren't used in the crime, so be careful.
You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery. First, do something about that doll.
Oops.
Recreate what you deduced earlier. Follow the steps the culprit took to create the locked room mystery and check those locations.
Newsflash, Shinigami, I didn't deduce anything.
There are a few things you have to do, but first, you need to set the conditions to create the locked room. Wasn't the doll you just obtained used somewhere?
Halara, I don't remember. This was... Bruh. Halara, I don't remember any of this. This happened weeks ago. I barely even remember investigating this place. I certainly don't remember what it looks like.
Use everything you know and recreate the locked room. All that's left is to follow the... There are a few things you have to do, but first, wasn't the doll you just obtained...
I have no idea, Halara. I really don't. Remember the solutions. Yeah, I don't remember. I really don't. Is this the painting? Okay, this is the painting. Okay.
Alright, first, take the painting.
Prop the painting up against the wall next to the window. Nail the key to the painting. Nail the doll to the painting. Oh. I think I... Prop the painting up against the wall next to the window. Well, no, I feel like we should nail the doll first.
The culprit nailed the doll onto the painting. Next, both were stood up at a certain location.
I would assume that the certain location was here.
The painting was stood up facing the window.
Oh, I see what they did.
With the pierced doll is right next to the window.
I would not have thought of this. This is not something I would have thought of. But then again, I mean, I might have if I had remembered what the painting looked like, but I just knew the painting was on the ground. Oh, wait. We gotta lock the door first. Time to lock the door.
Then the culprit went outside.
Need to go to bed? Alright, Rido.
They went to the other side of the storage room.
Yep. Okay. What's this? This is probably just a red herring. But then they could come over here and they could just attach the key, go bam, bam, bam.
But I can barely fit my hand through the gap.
The doll's got a nail in it, but the problem is that key in your hand, Master.
Yeah, the culprit took the key and then...
Hung on a nail stuck in the doll. Nailed the painting with the doll.
The culprit nailed the key to the painting along with the doll from outside the window. Finally...
They knocked the painting towards the room.
I pushed the painting into the room.
Okay.
It completely
I was thinking
unlocked
propping
the
it up
mystery.
on the
This is how
ground
the culprit did it.
and getting the nail to stick into it, but that makes a lot more sense. I had not remembered that the doll and the nail were that far down in the painting. I thought they were in the center.
It took some time, but you've reached the truth behind this locked room.
Throwing the key through the window would be obvious. So to mislead us into thinking that was impossible, the key was nailed to a painting which was then pushed over.
It's one thing for an amateur, but a detective wouldn't be tricked by this.
Seriously, only amateurs would get fooled by...
Rip.
Wait, you mean me?
Oh.
What is it?
Oh!
Interesting.
Well? Hey, a treasure chest! Who's gonna open this one? We should let the meanest one of us open it.
How would you decide that?
Like this. I'm the meanest. Let's check out this treasure. Huh?
What's wrong?
It's empty.
Huh? Why? After all we went through to solve this locked room.
This must mean solving the third locked room mystery doesn't necessarily bring us any closer to the ultimate truth.
That's terrible. I suddenly feel so tired.
We can't call it quits. We gotta keep going. All right, let's keep going and solve the remaining locked rooms.
I think I want to do the club one next. Because if I remember correctly, I think they just used nails to climb up the wall.
The first locked room happened 6 months ago in a secret club in Kamasaki district. An old geezer was nailed to the wall in an underground casino. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing. Are you going to the first locked room?
Yeah, I think this would be the next best one.
Oh, did we get trapped inside a locked room again? But if the mystery isn't solved, then I won't escape this place. Trapped in a cramped room with these two. Sounds kind of fun, actually.
I have no intention of playing along with your fantasies. Yuma, hurry up and take care of this.
Yeah, okay.
Oops. This is where I used Hilara's Forte with my coalescence for the first time. Post-cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as it was in the past. Some things were obviously different. Those are most suspicious. Here? I would say. I genuinely don't think they went through the door. I really do think they went through the vent, even if it's really small.
Here. I know. What about the vent?
You believe the culprit escaped through the vent?
Yes, I'm sure of it. When I saw the crime scene with your post-cognition, the screws on the four corners of the vent cover were removed.
And the nails were all bent, if I remember correctly.
Which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
Oh.
How ludicrous. You're saying the culprit escaped from the vent? That's impossible.
Master! Poke it full of holes until he's a makeshift golf course!
What does that mean?
Are we RDMing this time, or what?
How ludicrous. They used the vent. That's utterly
That looked really
impossible.
goofy.
Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way
His
you could
duck
get
is so
there.
funny.
Even if the cover was removed, there's no foothold to use to reach it.
Oops, I didn't press the right button.
Could get out through the vent.
Quick. Oops.
They used the vent.
Damn.
That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up?
The way
There's no
he keeps pausing, the way Havercorn keeps pausing.
Even if the cover was removed,
He was just like, isn't that pretty high up?
there's no foothold to use to reach it.
He's just like, isn't that pretty high up?
Some of the nails stuck in the bottom of the vent were bent downward. The culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footing to reach the vent. The weight caused the nails to bend.
A la Kirito and Alice in Alicization trying to climb up the central cathedral.
So you're forced to fight this way every time. Quite the test of endurance.
Yeah, no kidding.
However, solving the mystery itself was simple. The nails were used as footing to escape through the vent. Did you find that out using my post-cognition?
Yeah, without your help, this case would have been impossible to solve.
You'll never be considered a full-fledged detective until you can handle a case like this on your own.
Sorry.
You got lectured again. Sucks to be a rookie, huh? Anyway, let's head out. We'll use the nails on the wall as footing, just like you deduced.
Right, let's hurry.
The Mystery Labyrinth. Such a bizarre place. I must ask, is there no way to escape besides solving the mysteries?
You mean like an emergency exit? Unfortunately, I don't think that exists.
An emergency exit, huh? Well, there is one, kinda.
An egress window?
There is?
But it doesn't solve anything. You'll just go right back to the mess you came from. Besides, to use the emergency exit, you'll have to pay a heavy price.
And that is?
Don't worry about it. Using it here wouldn't help anyway. So, never mind. Just concentrate on solving the mystery.
Got it.
Alright. Now for the... I really don't know about the mansion one. I really don't. The only thing I could think is there were marks above the bars above the door. There was a gap. There was like open air between the top of the door and the ceiling. So...
There it is! Another treasure! So, who's gonna open the treasure chest this time? How about, whoever looks like they'd win a character popularity poll? Oh, that's me! Alright! Another solution key!
Looks like another clue leading us toward the culprit.
Someone thin.
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, they would have to be nimble.
It was Jack.
And given the size of the vent, only someone thin could fit through it.
It was skinny Jack.
So the culprit must
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
We're narrowing down the possibilities quite nicely.
Keep it up, Master! This is all thanks to my training.
Let's solve the rest.
Right.
The rest. There's only one more.
The second locked room. The corpse was inside if you think you're up for it. Are you going to the second locked room?
She kind of reminds me of Nahida, the doll. I've been waiting for you for ages. I don't know, kind of reminds me of Nahida. Nahida! Nahida! Da-dum.
There are dolls nailed across the room. The victim is nailed down in the same manner. And the culprit was also missing from this room? It shares common traits with the other nailman killings.
And we're trapped again. Looks like you gotta solve the mystery of this locked room or we're not leaving.
I'll try.
He'll try, he says.
The door was locked when the corpse was found, and the only key was underneath the body. There are no windows that could have been used to escape, and the vent is too small to fit through.
Also, I'd like to say, that last vent in the secret club, that was a pretty small vent, and they said, you know, somebody pretty thin could get through there. Meanwhile, in Genshin, they had a whole vent. My man's vent was like 3 feet wide and like 5 feet tall. It was an enormous vent. And they said, no, it's impossible for somebody to drag a second person through a vent. My man, that vent was enormous. It was huge. It was so big. And instead, the actual solution was the woman hid inside a box. A box, of all places. Bruh.
So how did the culprit escape from here?
Okay, so there was a secret recess area. We'll see what it lets me select. There are these bars. They could have hidden in the cupboards. They're not giving me a lot of options in terms of things to choose, if I'm being completely honest. Oh. They could have hidden in the desk. What's this? Wait. Okay, was that nothing? Was that just this popping up? Oh. The doll. I do think the recess area might be something. But I do think it's more likely that because of the here and because we had, I think, rope burns up here, I do think this is more likely.
Here.
I don't know if that was two separate things, if the bars and the doors kind of just two separate areas. Or if those bars kind of does the vent.
The culprit had to have taken this door to the hallway.
Huh? There's nothing special about that.
But there's no other possibility. There isn't another entrance or exit.
But the door itself was locked and the key was found under the corpse, right? After locking it from outside in the hallway, how did the culprit enter the room and put the key under the corpse?
Once again, I would assume that you could lock a door and then just pull it shut.
Try it. Everything must be verified.
Sure. After committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door. Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room, the problem is...
Okay, now they finally mentioned it. Assuming that's the only way.
What are you going to do with that key in your hand, Master? Don't tell me you still have no idea.
Hold on, let me think this over. We should go back inside for now.
Oh, what? I pressed the button.
Huh?
Looks like we're locked out.
This is bad, Master! You better hurry or you'll fall into the abyss!
What do I do?
Calm down. You just need to solve the mystery. Doing that will open the path. You can do it, can't you?
Yes, I'll try.
We have to put the key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
What happened to the key? I don't know. Try this one.
This must be it.
I mean, I guess it could have been thrown in. I don't know what they were trying to get at.
That's right.
Oh, it cut off the dialogue. He could have been slidden through the gap and under the door.
They managed to throw the key right under the corpse from here.
Okay, that's kinda... That's what I thought. What? What?
It stopped,
Wait, what?
but nothing happened. The door is still closed.
If it was wrong, a trap would have activated. So we're on the right track about the key being thrown in.
But there's more to it than that. If you simply threw it in, it'd be impossible to position it under the corpse. I see. So this is the vital clue for this locked room. I'm beginning to understand what happened here.
There were rope burns, weren't there? Weren't there marks on the bars?
Lara, have you already solved the trick to this locked room?
You haven't?
Hey, quit playing hard to get and tell us. Or just me. You can whisper it in my ear.
If you want information from me, you'll have to pay a fitting price in Xian. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
You really are a devil. Trying to take money from a death god, huh?
The key was definitely tossed inside. But that doesn't explain how it got under the corpse. So, how did the culprit pull off that trick after tossing the key in? Maybe the corpse was moved? That would explain how it was on top of the key. But how do you move a body from outside a locked room?
Oh.
Aww, the way's completely blocked off.
But the only things here that can block our progress are mysteries, right?
That's true. So, we just need to solve the mystery.
At least give me a heads up first.
It says, how was the corpse moved?
I've been trying to figure it out for a while, but...
Evidence was left at the scene.
Huh?
If you look at the evidence, you'll understand what tool the culprit used to pull this off.
Tool?
That's all the advice I'll provide. You must figure out the rest yourself if you wish to be a true detective.
Got it.
Got it? You just want the mystery solved for you, huh? I can tell, because I'm your mentor.
Yeah.
So, I'll help you out. Are you ready? You better be.
Huh? Ready for what?
Lay it all out, Master!
Oh. Shinigami barrel. Time for the funny music.
Let's work together as
The culprit used a... What do we have here?
twirling, twirling.
Well, what vowels do we have? Looks like an I. Well... Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I'm gonna say the only ones that we have are... Oh, not. Oh, I see what they're going for. I was gonna do a slide. That's the first thing I thought of, but, it's the rope burns. This is why I took the one that doesn't slow down the barrel speed. Because if you miss them, it takes forever for the leathers to cycle back around. Oh right, I forgot. She does Mega Particle Requiem Beam Shoot! And then a blindingly white screen.
That's right. There was evidence of a thin string being used at the scene of the crime. A sturdy and thin string like a fishing line must have been used to move the body.
Oh.
You really think a tiny string could move a whole corpse?
There he is again! That rude and gloomy guy!
That deduction is wrong. You're wrong.
What could be wrong about it? Master sounded really confident just now.
Listen. The nails in that corpse's leg pierced through his body and into the floor. Which means the corpse was fixed in place. So how could the corpse be moved?
Well, I mean... All you would need to do is... make it so you could lift his body, his upper torso. Throw the key, it lands under it, then you release the string and his back goes. And he lands on top of it.
Oh, true. If the corpse was stuck in place, it'd be impossible to move it.
Not like they found it under his butt. It was underneath his back.
It would be impossible.
Laura, you think so too? So I was wrong the whole time?
Oh?
Huh? The door!
The truth is slipping further away!
Of course it is. Because your deduction is wrong. You people will never reach the truth. This is the end.
Master, let's take him down first!
Yeah.
Da-dum. Speed this up. Bloodstains on corpse, bloodstains on corpse.
Your deduction is wrong.
I need to change this. It's the bloodstains.
Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place. It didn't move a millimeter. In fact,
Oh,
that
I thought I'd...
corpse
Oh, I
shows
dodged
no
into that one.
sign it was ever moved.
Bam!
Flash through this mystery. No, there was evidence the body had been moved. The upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently. The blood from the lower body flowed naturally outwards, along the body's outline. But blood from the upper body looks like it flowed in a downward direction, toward his hips. If the corpse was motionless on its back, there wouldn't be such unusual bloodstains. In other words, it's safe to assume the body's position was different from when it was discovered. What? What's this?
Ah, gross! We gotta hurry and get through that door.
Unusual circumstances. It doesn't matter. As long as the corpse was pinned to the floor, it couldn't be moved. You can't change the truth.
Even this didn't work? Am I just wrong about it all?
No, you're correct. The answer you've reached using the evidence is the truth.
Laura!
There's no doubt a fine string was used in this case. Evidence at the crime scene indicate the corpse was moved. So all that remains is to answer, how was the pin body moved? That bizarre bloodstain holds the clue to all of this.
The bloodstain? If the bloodstain is the clue for how the body could be moved, even while pinned...
Master, we gotta chase after the door! It's getting further away!
Hey, wait!
I won't let you!
I'm ready.
That's right! The corpse was sitting up at first. That's why only the wounds in the upper half of the body bled straight down.
Where it was used to sit the body upright? The string. I mean, theoretically, it could have been a lot of things. We didn't find any evidence of them,
Was
but...
thin but sturdy. It was all over the room, holding the body's upper half in place. That's the reason only the corpse's neck had marks on it.
I mean, cut and retrieved. I don't know the difference between cut and retrieve.
That kept the corpse in place from outside the door. And with nothing to support it, the top half of the corpse fell back to the floor, just like how it was discovered.
Ah, at least this one is a short one.
It appears this locked room mystery will finally be solved.
Huh? When did that happen?
Maybe you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did. Master, you know the answer, right? Let's finish this.
Right.
Okay. I wonder what they did first.
You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery.
Well, we should probably stand him up first.
Maybe you got the order wrong.
Oh,
First,
no?
You need to tie the
Oh.
fishing line.
Well, the sturdy place it can be tied down to is here. The vent. Come on. Let me. Thank you.
First, a knot was tied through a slit in the vent. After that, the fishing line was drawn away to another location. In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are fixed in place.
That would probably be the doll.
That's it! It passed through a doll's eye!
That's why there were marks.
And then the fishing line passed through the eye to somewhere else.
Possibly the lamp? I don't know. I was saying the lamp is probably more likely than the corpse. It could just be a non...
Right. The line was then passed around a certain point on the corpse. That was...
under the head. Probably under the neck. That's, well... I don't remember if they specified there being a different type of mark. There are scratch marks and there are rope marks. Oh no, they did mention there's a thing under the head, didn't they?
Even passing the line beneath.
Okay, no.
Try to remember.
I thought they'd mentioned that there were marks on the head.
Here, behind the neck. The line ends here to support it. Now, it's clear that the line passed through the vent, the doll's eye, and ended beneath the neck.
Hang on. Why pull a line through the doll first? Can't you just start by pulling it from under the body?
To support the body's weight, the line needs to pass through the doll first, as it was fixed in place. Next, the fishing line.
Can I go back over here? I can't tell if I'm selecting it or not.
Now, to return the line to the vent. This kept the corpse's upper torso in place. The room has been completely prepared. So next... The culprit exited through the door and locked it with the key. And then... the key was thrown through the gap in the vent.
Ah, I see. You could, yeah.
If the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse, the only thing left was to untie the line. Then... the corpse, which was supported only by the line, would fall face up on top of the key. That's how the culprit created the locked room.
Hooray! You did it! That's my master!
The bloodstains were strange. The length of the nails driven into the upper and lower body were different. The nails on the upper half didn't penetrate all the way through the body. But the nails on the lower half went all the way through and into the floor. That was how the lower half could be secured, while the upper half could still be moved around.
That sure was tricky, but you managed to solve the mystery behind it.
I feel like this one wasn't that useful for... I feel like
we finally made it to the treasure chest.
I feel like only the third and fourth ones we really got anything out of.
Don't you think that whoever worked the hardest should get to open it? Which is me, of course.
This is probably another clue leading to the culprit. I'm not sure how we use it.
Someone who fishes.
Still, it must be used for something. Hold on to it for now.
I feel like this one wasn't that important. I mean, they gave us a key, but I feel like the third and fourth ones are more important.
That's it for all the locked rooms. We make a pretty good team, don't you think so?
Well, what do we do from here?
Oh?
I see. The way forward is clear. It must be due to solving all of the locked room mysteries. Now let's go.
Right.
Again, I gotta ask, who's supposed to be the protagonist here?
Well, let's just go straight on. This right here reminds me a little bit of the thing leading up to What's-Her-Face in Elden Ring. It also reminds me a little bit of a place in Code Vein in Cathedral. Reminds me just a little.
This place is creepy.
Don't be afraid to roll the dice. You must keep pursuing the truth. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Oh, I can walk back and forth. Can I not move any faster than this? Do they just keep going? Will they stop? Are they gonna stop eventually? Guys? Guys? Okay, now I can run.
Is this some dungeon?
What is the meaning of this? Let me out of here!
Let me out! I'll kill your ass in the name of God!
I have nothing to do with the case.
I'm not the culprit! Let me go!
I feel like it's the priest.
Wow, they're all here.
So now we must pick out the true culprit of this case.
I mean, I don't know anything about whether or not they like fishing, but I feel like it's the priest.
Culprit.
Yuma, you solved all the locked room mysteries before you made it here. You should have all the clues and evidence you need to accuse the culprit. To be honest, when I first met you, I thought you were rather pitiful.
You sure are honest.
But my opinion of you has improved. These mysteries have brought you closer to becoming a true detective. Now tie up all the loose ends and prove that I am not mistaken about you. With your logic, anything is possible.
My pro logic? Ah.
All right, I'll try.
Whoa,
Who's the Who's the culprit? Figure it out and hit him with the dramatic finger point. Make the right choice and you'll reveal the truth. Well, we've established it has to be a clergy member, so it can't be the worshipper. I think it's the priest.
I'm not the nail man.
I'm not the culprit!
I'm not the nail man.
How can I be the nail man?
I really do think it's the priest.
I'm not the culprit!
I'm not the nail man.
The main, I mean, she has a broken arm, which I feel like would work against her. But the main thing being, it has to be a clergy member, right? So we can rule out the worshipper, right? He can't be it, because he's not a clergy member. He just goes to the church.
I'm not the nail
They have to be thin and nimble, so that rules out the servant. And I think that also rules out the nun. I think her bust is too big. I don't know if she could fit through the... Like, she's shorter than the priest,
I'm not the culprit!
but I feel like her bust would get in the way of getting through the vent.
I'm not the culprit!
I feel like it's the priest.
The culprit is you, Father.
He's the only one that meets like the thin and nimble thing.
What? That's an absolutely...
Ridiculous thing to say.
Him again? Why won't he just give up?
And the reason why, aside from the worshiper not being a clergy member, he's also got
You're
broader
saying
shoulders.
Priest, a man of the cloth, is the culprit. That's impossible. How?
Oops.
Right! Do not make baseless accusations. The culprit has to be someone else.
Yuma, can I
I
leave
feel like
this
it
to
has
you?
to be him though. I genuinely don't think the nun could have done it.
It's not a baseless accusation. You're the only one who could possibly be the culprit.
I think her bust would get in the way. I think her breast would get in the way of crawling through the vent. That's the real reason. The servant obviously can't do it. It can't be the worshiper because he's not a clergy member. And I think the priest is the only one who could fit in the vent. Look how thin he is. Well, now he's not that thin, but he's a pretty thin dude. Skip all this. Persons with access? Is that the only thing we have? I like how we could deny that. Oh, they just want me to dodge him. Okay.
I'm not the nail. That's it! The first one to discover the body. The mailman is the worshiper.
Bam. It can't be him though. No access to the incinerator.
The rope ladder used in the clock tower's locked room was found in the incinerator, which only clergy can access. The worshipper may be a regular churchgoer, but he's no clergy member. So he's no longer a suspect.
Shut up! Shut up!
He look. I actually really like his thing. He looks pretty cool, especially his sprite. His sprite looks pretty cool, and the way the fire is going with his eyes. Thin person.
A member of the church is the culprit? Even so, I am not the culprit. There are others working for the church.
Okay.
Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes.
I thought I dodged that one. I guess not.
Climbing up to the underground casino's window with only nails for footing would require considerable agility. Judging by the size of the window, there's no way someone of his size could have committed the crime.
No, no! Absolute lies!
And what are our last ones? Fishing line?
The nun must be the culprit. She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes.
I'm gonna let this play out.
She's afraid of heights. She used the nails to climb.
What?
You know she's always saying, I'll kill your ass in the name of God.
There we go.
It's clear she's the ruthless soul.
I didn't know about that one.
But
I don't know.
The nun must be the culprit.
I just don't know which one it is.
Church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes.
I don't know.
It's not like she's afraid of heights. She used the nails to climb.
Once again, possible.
And you know she's always saying,
Oops, I dodged into it.
"In the name of God." It's clear she's the ruthless sort.
Oh, I see. I see what it is. I think I know what it is.
She's thin and also works at church.
I think I know what it is. I think it's the ruthless sort. I think it's the fishing line and the ruthless sort. I think it's also I don't know what this does. Oh, it's a shield. I probably should always have this on, right? Just in general.
She's always saying, "I'll kill your ass in the name of God." It's clear she's the ruthless sort.
I think this is it. Is that not it?
Safe.
I would have thought that that was things like she wouldn't have come up with something so thought out.
Except,
The nun must be the culprit.
What's this other one? Mystery's floor plan and the photo of the locked room mystery. Fishing line was used. Oh, it's full use of their arms. Okay, this is what I get for not reading it.
She's thin and also works at church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes. This is the truth.
I thought it was the ruthless thing and like the forethought to plan that out.
in the Mansion Study's locked room, the culprit tossed the key behind the corpse with perfect aim. With her dominant hand injured,
Oh, it was
the
her
nun
dominant
couldn't
hand.
have done that.
I mean,
Which means
once
she
again,
got
that's not
punished.
true. Once again, that's not true at all. By your own admission in the thing, they had a piece of twine around it, so they could pull it back if they missed. So they could keep trying. It'd be really hard, but I think I'd be able to do that. I mean, I have endless try. Well, aside from time, but...
It's not the churchgoer, the servant.
I mean, I
or
could
the
see the
nun.
setup taking both hands. The fact that he's saying that it takes both hands because it's impossible to throw something accurately with your non-dominant hand.
Father, it's you. You are the nail man.
Time for the fun part.
Hey,
Well,
say
actually,
something quick. Otherwise, they'll pin me as the culprit.
Well,
Ah, you're useless. I am a priest in service to God. I am not the nail man.
he kind of looks like the dude in Death Come True.
What god would make you this ugly?
All your proof is nothing but fantasy. You don't have a single piece of hard evidence.
Hard evidence?
But Master, you do! It's easy.
Based on the facts, the priest must be the culprit. The decisive evidence that proves it is... I don't know. What do? What do I do?
What?
A detective must always prioritize solving a case. Listen, a detective isn't an arbiter of justice. Unraveling a case is top priority, even with questionable methods. What do you mean? In short, you must get them to confess. Use everything in your arsenal, even if it requires bluffing.
Use everything?
Don't hesitate to use anything that might give you an advantage.
Be like Shuichi, Yuma.
Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Always remember that.
A bluff? In other words, I should just claim I have solid evidence. But what could I use as a bluff?
So what do I have? Just the murder case report. Information. Footprints.
Enough with your stupid fantasies! Everything is nothing but a fantasy! Do you have any proof? Culprit? Did you find my fingerprints? Did you find my blood? Of course there's no evidence.
Bam!
This is the truth. You left clear evidence at the clock tower's crime scene. There were footprints left under the window in the mud. When we inspected them, we found out they perfectly match your footprints.
Impossible! I already burned those shoes in the incinerator.
You gave yourself away.
Classic Danganronpa 1 behavior.
I swear, I only enacted justice in the name of God. I...
Looks like it worked. Good job, Yuma.
Thanks.
Kanai Ward is rotten to the core. To save it, someone had to get their hands dirty. Those slain were the evil incarnate that harm others. That's why the people asked the Nailmen to kill them. Evil must be punished. And so, I strangled them, made them suffer. All I did was slay evil.
We still got the comic part, and we also have the charge thing. Unless we're not doing that. I assume that happens in all of them. The charge at the end. Shinigami, like, Titan charge.
If someone hates somebody bad enough, they give that name to the Nailman. And this priest went around killing those people as the Nailman.
The urban legend offered targets for murder.
A priest is supposed to be the voice of God, but he went around killing people because someone wanted them dead. What is awesome?
It's terrible. It's insane to think that he'd kill people for a reason like that.
That could be said about all murders. Insane people kill for insane reasons. Anyway, you did it, Yuma. My expectations of you weren't wrong after all.
Is it finally over? Huh, nothing's happening. But last time...
Yeah, the soul of the true culprit who created this mystery labyrinth should appear. And since it didn't, it looks like this isn't over yet.
Huh? It's not over?
There are still mysteries related to the Nailman killings within this mystery labyrinth.
But we solved all of the locked rooms and discovered the true identity of the Nailman. Was I wrong? But the priest even confessed to it.
Calm down, Yuma. There's no need to panic. If the Nailman's identity is exposed and all mysteries are yet to be solved, then most likely someone else's agenda is involved in this string of killings.
Someone else's agenda?
Meaning the Nailman didn't work alone.
You mean there's another culprit? But...
Yuma, if you consider yourself to be a detective, you must see the truth through to the very end. No mystery concludes with a dead end. There is nothing we detectives cannot solve.
Ooh, that was my cord for the Pro Controller. I moved. It hit something.
All right.
I just took it off so I can move my controller around better.
We have to review these killings from a different perspective.
You can tell when it stopped loading because it freezes. Oh, I didn't do it that time.
It would be the room that's obviously different from the others. Out of the 4 locked rooms, if any of them were hiding a mysterious secret.
Different.
Master, I get the feeling you want my help. Isn't that right? That's what you want, right?
Huh?
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you when you're so helpless like that. Okay, Master, lay it all out.
Super barrel? What am I doing?
Good luck.
What was different? I would say that the third one was noticeably different in terms of how it was laid out. There were a lot less dolls in that one. The nails are pretty much the same, but I think these are
You ready to play
tips
Dummy puzzle?
because of the victims.
Hurry, hurry on up. You're wrong.
Oh, not? Okay. Because of the victims. What do I do here? Oh, I have to feed him to her. One of them's a trick one. Eat this one. The back of the... Is it head? Head? No, I already tried H. Because... Oh, the death.
That's right. That's right.
Okay, I gotta wait for that to go back around.
That's right.
Almost ran out of time. Because I accidentally hit that H the second time. A different pose. Why is the screen so bright? Stop, please, game. Why is it so bright?
A new path's opened up. It seems to be a hidden passage. If so, then the truth should be somewhere down there. Let's go.
Yeah.
Where's Halara? Oh, there. I was like, there's Shinigami. You never see Halara. Ah. That surprised me.
I see. So the cause of death for the victim at the art gallery storage is the only one that's different.
Right. The victims in the other locked rooms were all strangled to death. All had strangulation marks and scratches, defensive wounds. The victim in the third locked room had strangulation marks, but no signs of resisting. There's also evidence of blunt traumas to the head, which can be considered the fatal blow.
The marks could have been made after the victim died, so as to appear as if strangulation was the cause of death. The real cause of death is blunt force trauma.
What's this now?
Here's another obstacle. but it's likely to be an insignificant one. Yuma, let's solve this mystery and move on.
Right.
I can, okay. Why was the cause of death made to look like strangulation? The work of the priest, the work of a copycat. Yes.
Right here.
Dun.
The strangulation was faked to imply this crime had the same perpetrator as the other 3 incidents.
Exactly. And we know it wasn't the priest because he specifically said strangulation.
Like the mailman was responsible for an unrelated murder. Which means this was a copycat crime.
I agree.
Is that Yakumo? Oh no, that's the kid.
Among the string of mailman killings,
Wait, who's Yakumo?
could be some that were done by copycat criminals.
Is that his name? I don't think his name is Yakumo. I think that's the guy in Code Vein. I don't think Furio is Yakumo. It could be. I thought it was something else though. Whatever.
Remains, even after discovering the mailman's identity. So who is the copycat criminal?
Indeed, we need to uncover this imposter's identity.
The imposter?
All right.
I really don't know who it could be. We don't have any leads for this. The copycat killer. I mean, the obvious answer is...
You're accusing me of being the copycat criminal? What the hell? I'll kill your ass!
No, it's not me. I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
Okay, so he's the most suspicious. But I don't like that the kid isn't saying anything.
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
He did find them all first.
Accusing me-
But... He's not saying anything. He didn't say anything. Okay, that was a red herring. I was just really confused because he didn't say anything, which I thought was really off-putting.
The culprit can only be the copycat.
This guy's the most suspicious because he's always the first on the scene. He knows about all the other crimes, but the kid not saying anything just really threw me off.
You are the copycat criminal.
Huh? Me? What are you talking about? I told you all about the Nailman, and even cooperated with your investigation. And now you think I'm a murderer? Are you fucking kidding me? This is crazy. Your investigation isn't worth shit. I'll crush you to dust, you filth!
He actually looks pretty cool. I mean, he's Thanos colored, but the glasses look pretty cool. With the flames and everything. Sans John Lennon. Past nail murders. Let's read these. Worshipper. Victim's neck. Okay. It's either this or it's non-public information.
Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all been the Nailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah?
Ooh.
Even if there was a copycat criminal, why is it me? The servant could be the copycat. The nurse could be the copycat. Anyone could have done it.
Okay, it is the other one. Okay. I had a feeling. Because he said cause of death, but that was non-public information.
Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal?
Nobody else knew that, aside from the peacekeepers.
You've all been the Nailman. The cause of death is just different each time, yeah?
Is that not it either?
Say,
According to the solution key, wasn't made public.
In that case,
Okay.
Why accuse me of being the culprit?
I don't know where they're trying to. I mean, I think I know where they're going there. Okay, I didn't dodge that. Okay, I didn't dodge that either. I really wish they would make these like the up and down ones. These ones are fine, but I really wish they would make the down one not be like as weird as it is.
The nut could be the copycat. Anyone could have done it.
Is it this one? Interesting. Not the combination I would have. But I'll hear them out.
the cause of death in the art gallery was blunt force trauma, faked as a strangling to resemble the Nailman's MO. But the murders all being strangulations.
Oh, I
wasn't
see what they're
able
going
to
for.
blow away. The only ones who knew that were those who actually set foot on the crime scenes. That includes the Nailman himself, the peacekeepers, and the first eyewitnesses on the scene. Which means you. You could have committed the murder in the art gallery.
Master, after him! Beat some sense into that sensitive, nonsensical phantom!
I don't. I feel like that wasn't the best closer.
The what?
I mean, I get it, but you're saying that it could have been any of the eyewitnesses. But they've stated before that there were multiple eyewitnesses for the different.
For the first on the scene to also be the culprit is rather cliche.
He was always suspicious, but because the real Nailman was someone else, I didn't connect the dots. He was fascinated by the Nailman, and by studying him, he eventually knew more about him than anyone else. Ultimately, he became the Nailman.
It's ironic that he exposed his own crime by knowing too much about the other ones.
Master, the truth is right there! My radar is banging like crazy!
Banging?
Oh. Aha.
Go away! I won't let you. You have the truth.
Looks like we've arrived at the final stage.
If we make him submit, we'll completely solve the mystery labyrinth! Master, don't let your guard down!
Yeah.
Oh. Aha, here we go. They're just gonna reuse the same thing every time I see. Super Shinigami go! God Shinigami.
Let's do this, Master!
I don't remember these controls at all. I do not remember. Oh, kick, tap,
Never destroy this fort! Damn you!
tackle,
Stop it!
jump,
Shut up!
kick.
Damn this!
Kick. Kick. The buttons they chose were not the most intuitive buttons they could have chosen. Being A, B, and Y are not the most convenient. X, A, and B would have been... Oh. You didn't even check the crime scenes back then? Oliver's forte.
Thanks to Halara's forte, we were able to see what each crime scene looked like at that time.
I really wish it would be X, A, and B instead of Y, B, and A.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered.
We used post-cognition to gather all the evidence.
It just makes it's an awkward place to have my hand to get ready to press one of the buttons. That's what I dislike about it.
Stop it! Get away from me! Why you? Get away from me! Get away! Get away!
I think I've got the timing down too. It's just like once it starts to slow down, you can press it. But if you press it too soon,
No clue will help lead you to the culprit.
that's when you have problems.
You're never gonna find the culprit.
What's he doing? Why did he pump his arm so much? And? Okay. Evidence? I don't... What you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered? Oh. The paint? Is it the paint?
Halara's post-cognition showed us that the paint can at the gallery storage entrance had been knocked over. And according to the art gallery staff member's testimony, that was your doing. You went into the crime scene first, and the art gallery employee behind you noticed you knocking over the paint can. But Halara's post-cognition only shows the scene when the corpse is first discovered. So if you were the first person to find the body, the scene before the paint can fell over would have been recreated. But it wasn't. The paint can had already been knocked over when the corpse was discovered. That means the first person to find the corpse was the art gallery's staff member, not you. The reason you didn't count as the first person to find it is because you're the culprit.
This is some Danganronpa, like, body discovery announcement rules kind of stuff.
Master, finish him! Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you can!
Comic time. Eyeless. Okay, so what do we have? We have eyeless doll. How do I switch? Oh, X. So we've got vent and eyeless doll. Well, let's just start with eyeless doll. That's gonna be towards the end. Oh, no, there's the vent. Right before here. What's this? Tie to the vent. Okay. Next, we've got the incinerator. Let's get to the vent next and go back to the beginning. Vents. Cool. Now we've got fishing line. Let's go back to here. Nice. What else do we have? Nails. Okay, so nails, let's go back to here. And then we also got back of the corpse's neck. So we can bring that over here. And then we also have the incinerator, the rope ladder, and the key. Key should be the next one. What was nailed to the doll? Key. And then we have the incinerator and the rope ladder. What the culprit used to escape, they used the rope ladder. You can obviously see it in the thing right next to him. And then the incinerator, if we go all the way to the end. They used the incinerator to destroy the evidence. I think it's interesting that they show the guy. In Danganronpa, they're all blobs. It's like a silhouette. It's a gray silhouette. What's this next one? Ah. Yeah, in Danganronpa, everything is described, like, they're all blobs until the end. So even if you know who it doesn't actually reveal who the person is until after you finish it. I think it's kind of weird they don't do that here. Maybe they wanted to break away from that style, though.
Step right up, step right up! A series of locked-room murders based on an urban legend. Will we discover the true identity of the Nail Man? Truth bombs are about to be dropped. Time for the deduction denouement.
To solve the mystery of this string of events, we have to know.
He looks
who the
like,
Nail Man is first.
Death Gun. I said that last time, probably. He really does.
Is an urban legend of Kanai Ward. You write down the name of someone you want dead, and drive a nail through it and a doll to a tree behind the church. And the Nail Man will kill that person for you with a countless number of nails.
A string of murders exactly like that urban legend began half a year ago.
All of the crime scenes featured a corpse and dolls nailed down within a locked room. The first murder happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district.
The victim was none other than the geezer who owned the place, and the cause of death was strangulation. I heard the buy-in to place a bet was pretty steep, and cheating was rampant, so it was obviously a scummy place.
The key to the door was inside of a glass. And the vent that connects outside looked too high for escape to be possible.
But the culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footholds to climb. The proof? Why, the nails that were bent downward.
The vent was not screwed down at the time of the murder, so it could easily be removed and used as an escape route. The second murder happened 3 months ago. It was at a mansion in the Gima district.
Those are some impressive tubes, like the piping that he had outside the house.
Was again strangulation. He made a lot of money through shady real estate deals, so of course someone would be out to get him.
The door to the crime scene was the only possible entrance. But the key to that door was underneath the nailed-down victim. After the culprit escaped, some sort of trick was used to get the key back into the room.
A fishing line passed from the vent through the eye socket of the doll and propped up the upper body of the corpse. All that was left was to exit the room, lock it, throw the key in from the vent, and boom! You've got yourself a locked room mystery!
The key was tossed under the victim from the vent, and once the fishing line was retrieved, the corpse's upper body fell over, completing the crime scene.
The nails in the upper body didn't pierce through completely, so it wasn't nailed down at all.
The third murder happened 1 month ago in an art gallery storage room in Gimna district.
The scariest cause of death was blunt force trauma. She was a pretty lady who let her looks get to her head, and she got boom killed.
The key to the storage room was nailed to a painting through a doll. Another trick was used to get the key back inside the room here.
The painting with the doll nailed to it was propped up against the window, and then the culprit left the room. They nailed the key to the painting through the window, knocked it over, and bam! All done!
Those are the truths behind the past 3 cases. And now, there's been another murder at the clock tower in Kanai Ward.
The woman's cause of death was strangulation. Since you told that kid you'd take care of it, we gotta solve this case.
The clock tower crime scene is rather high up on the 3rd floor. The door was locked from the inside, and the window shutters were also locked. But there was rainwater under the window, and the nails in 2 of the dolls had rub marks.
In other words, the culprit must have hung a rope ladder from the dolls to escape out the window. With my logic, anything is possible.
Why are you imitating Halara? Anyway. The killer cut their footing on the way down from the window. That way, they could just pull on one side of the rope to retrieve the whole thing.
The shutters come down under their own weight, so they locked once the rope was collected. I'm surprised you noticed the auto-locking feature. You sure love your shutters, Master.
The rope ladder was collected, then burned in the church incinerator, which only clergy have access to.
That's how we know the mailman must be someone from the clergy.
But one question arose from this. The mailman killings share one more characteristic. All the victims were murdered by strangulation. This piece of information wasn't publicized.
The cause of death in the art gallery murder was blunt force trauma. The strangulation marks were added later.
Which means that it was someone mimicking the mailman. But I already know the identity of the copycat killer. First, the mailman must be someone thin enough to pass through the vent.
Someone with the skills to throw the key with precision.
And
What's up with
affiliated the church.
Kadaka and making murder mysteries that hinge around evidence in incinerators and people being able to throw things, huh? It's happened twice now. If I had a nickel for every time Kadaka wrote a murder mystery that involved throwing evidence, it involves throwing something in an incinerator,
Copycat is someone who knows that all
I'd
the
have 2
victims were
nickels,
strangled.
which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice.
First witness in each case, the person capable of replicating the mailman's crimes is... The Worshipper! You're the copycat criminal!
You're the only one!
This is the truth of the case.
I don't know exactly what he did there. It just kind of looked like he posed dramatically.
What's that?
It's the truth. The soul of the true culprit who built this mystery labyrinth.
I see. It looks otherworldly, but there's an ominous air around it.
Thank you, Halara. I was only able to make it this far thanks to you.
I only kept my part of the deal. You made the right choice hiring me. But I will say one thing. You've taken another step toward being a detective. That much is certain. I, Halara Nightmare, acknowledge you.
Really, Halara? You do?
All right, all eyes on Shinigami.
What's about to happen?
Oh, isn't it obvious? It's the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to boot kill the bad guy.
Okay. Oh.
Surging bloodlust. Overflowing despair. The brilliant soul of Shinigami shall expunge this cursed case. Death to all deplorables. To the final mystery labyrinth.
Why is that voice line so much quieter than everything else? Mega Particle Requiem Beam Shoot, go! Eincrad, no! Mega Particle Requiem Beam Shoot, go! Is Moogie live? I just looked down, yeah. $200 Shien. Wow, that means that if you buy one meat bun from that other place, the Dragon Palace, you could go for 2 bus fares and still have 100 Shien left over. Parkour! Oh. It went away before I could read it.
Father? Are you alright?
What's going on? What happened to those two?
There's no pulse. They're dead.
Dead? What?
What is this?
I sure worked hard today. Feels so good to boom kill the murderer.
The mystery labyrinth crumbles when you reap the soul of the true culprit. Then, the cause of the mystery labyrinth's creation pays the price by vanishing with it. I knew this would happen, but it still hurts to see someone die before my eyes.
They really just got Death Noted. They really just got, Light Yagami'd.
It's like I killed them myself. No, I did kill them. I killed them with the ruthless blade of the truth.
There. Humans boom kill cows and pigs all the time and eat them. You don't feel bad about that, right? These were the souls of deranged murderers. At least you didn't eat them. If you look at it that way, there's nothing to feel bad about at all.
It's not so simple when it comes to people dying.
Did you people do this? Did you kill them with some kind of poison?
Poison?
Hey, hold on. I have no idea what's going on here. Too much is happening all at once.
We shall talk at headquarters. Follow me there immediately.
Is it just me, or are things more complicated now than before entering the mystery labyrinth?
Oh, you want help? Are you going to rely on me again? Oh, fine. I can't say no when you ask for help.
Everyone! Ah! He came back to life!
my final words, so I can't lie. I'm the Nailman. The worshiper laying there is just a copycat criminal. Search the church for the tools used in each crime. I'm sure you'll find plenty of evidence. If you think I'm lying, go ahead and check it out. Thanks!
I didn't
Bruh.
do that.
Bruh.
But that was a super lazy confession. Will it work?
That should do it. We even have witnesses, so this case is closed.
The priest mumbled something, but I couldn't quite hear him. Anyway, everyone here will be taken to Amaterasu Corporation at once.
What?
It wasn't effective at all.
He's so stubborn. This is why I hate authority.
What do we do?
Wait, I hear something.
Huh? What now?
A motorbike. Something is heading this way at an alarming speed.
It can't be.
Where is that coming from?
Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh on a bike?
No. What are you doing here?
Who are you?
You dare speak so carelessly? Who do you think I am?
The hero who defends peace and order in Kanai Ward. Director of the Amaterasu Peacekeepers. The Honorable Yomi Housemile.
My man looks like Zuko.
The Peacekeepers director?
So he is the head of the Peacekeepers.
Now you know, small fry.
Okay, he looks
Bow
less like
down.
him now. Dun 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 dun.
What are you doing here?
No need to be alarmed. Benevolent Director Yomi is here to help. Oh, excuse me for the late introduction. I am Vice Director of the Peacekeepers, Martina Electro.
Dun 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 dun.
She's my beloved right hand. No one else gets to have her.
What's with him?
Master, be careful. This Yomi guy is dangerous.
Huh?
I've never seen anyone emit such a dangerous aura before.
He's that bad?
So, what brings you here?
Oh, right. I was so focused on my beloved right hand that I completely forgot.
As mentioned earlier, Director Yomi is here to help. I hear you've been troubled by Seth's unreasonable treatment. Is that right?
Huh?
Director Yomi, what is going on here? Why am I...
We have discovered you've been receiving sizable kickbacks for facilitating donations meant for the church. We now know why you were so desperate to clean up all the Nailman plans. After all, it would be troublesome to lose access to all that money if the priest was arrested as the Nailman.
Wait, please. Director Yomi, I did this under your orders.
Did you say something? Because I didn't hear a thing.
Okay, I like him a lot more now.
I only did this because you ordered me to.
Seth, you make me sad. I'm the hero and defender of peace in this city. My peacekeepers are proud soldiers of that mission. And yet, you let yourself be corrupted. How could you? Seth, For the sake of the Peacekeepers and the peace of Kanai Ward, die.
Taking advantage of your position as a Peacekeeper executive is a serious crime. The punishment must be severe.
But... Yeah, I'm annoyed my own underling would betray me like this. I'm so annoyed, I'd go insane if I didn't toy around with my beloved right hand.
It's an honor.
He's terrible. Like a lizard cutting off its own tail to survive.
Someone like him is in charge of the Peacekeepers?
Don't look him in the eyes. Don't talk to him either. If possible, don't even breathe the same air as him. Though it's probably too late for that.
Well then, to our shit-for-brains friends playing detective. Looks like I have to give you a warning. Know your place in my city and stay there. Follow the rules and don't disturb our peace. Or I'll need you to die!
In this city, Director Yomi is both the law and the Peacekeepers itself. Defying us means you defy law and order. You will receive fitting treatment for such behavior.
Before, you were insignificant specks of dust. But now that you've banded together, you've become an eyesore. Detectives, my ass. Annoying little shits.
Wow. That's not very nice.
Let's go, my beloved right hand.
Yes, Director Yomi.
Looks like we've been targeted by someone dangerous.
Yeah, thanks to you. One wrong move and it would have been all over. You got that?
I'm sorry, but...
No buts. None. How did this happen anyway?
Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. Wait a second. Where are the other three detectives?
Laura, help me out. Please explain.
Where are they? Where's Desuhiku? And Bookman? And, Princess Girl?
You said you
Where are they?
The detective, didn't you? What? Huh?
It's such a shame, Master. Everything that happens in the Mystery Labyrinth gets forgotten.
What?
Hilara's memory must have been wiped after entering and leaving the labyrinth. Nothing inside the Mystery Labyrinth can be taken into the real world. Not even memories. Unless you have a contract with yours truly, that is.
But I thought Hilara and I had finally reached an understanding.
Memories from up until you enter the Mystery Labyrinth are retained, like the debt you owe for your assignment.
That's awful!
Hey, Yuma, are you listening? You better make sure this doesn't happen again.
By the way, Chief, our submarine office is tipping over. Are you sure the Peacekeepers didn't mess with it?
What? Seriously? I have to go back and repair it. Yuma, help me out. Follow me.
It was supposed to be time for you to reveal the solution, but we've ended up in quite the mess.
Huh? Yeah.
This is my first time dealing with the true culprit dying before they could be accused. But I recall how you did your best to try and solve the case.
Huh?
Why was that one so much louder?
You should be proud.
He was like,
Laura.
Look, the chief is
Huh?
calling for you. You should go.
Right.
why was that one so much louder than the other ones? Aha! 29-0. 250 Shien cheese meat buns. 100 Yen apiece.
Are you serious? A peacekeeper executive was taking bribes from the church?
If Director Yomi said so, it would be considered the truth, even if it isn't.
What about the priest being the nailman?
It's going to be publicly announced as the truth. It appears the priest's strong desire to save others turned him into the nailman. He saw people wishing for revenge as they hammered those nails in the forest, and decided he needed to save them. That was the motive, though it could all be a story made up by the peacekeepers.
So, what about the kitty cat criminal?
You mean the copycat?
That one was already publicized as well. They say the copycat did it out of admiration for the real nailman.
And in the end, he felt so much guilt that he poisoned himself? None of this really makes any sense.
It sure didn't look like death by poison to me.
It's me! I did it along with that detective kneeling in penitence over there.
It would make more sense to assume Yomi killed them somehow. Especially when you consider the timing. He'd do it without batting an eye.
Yomi Hellsmile, the director of the Peacekeepers, the leader of our enemy.
I heard he rode in on a dragon.
No, it was a motorcycle.
From what I've investigated, the Peacekeepers' influence is gaining ground at Amaterasu Corporation. There's some sort of power struggle going on. Seems like they're getting their way internally. I hear that their boss, Yomi, is extraordinarily dangerous.
Extraordinary. So he is very normal? How scary.
It's only a matter of time until the Peacekeepers gain complete control of the corporation. When that happens, they might outright attack the World Detective Organization.
Perhaps the WDO made its move because they saw the warning signs. If that's the case, it could have something to do with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Oh yeah, what's the deal with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret? We still know nothing about it, huh?
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the Nailman incident. I wonder what it could be. Sheesh, so much to deal with. This sounds exhausting.
Didn't I tell you that from the start?
We have to obey directives from number one, no matter how difficult they are.
Well, we got some very talented master detectives gathered here. I'm sure it'll be fine. So much. No, everything changes from now on. Yuma, you can take a seat now.
My legs feel numb.
Don't stick your neck out recklessly from now on, for everyone's sake. Got it?
Got it.
Hey, we worked super hard. I'm so stressed I could die. Oh wait, but I can't die.
Do we have a visitor? That's rare. Yuma, can you go get it?
Sure.
Okay, before we do that though, I think that's a perfect time to save. Yeah, I think that's a great time to save. What did these update? Probably just, yeah. Martina Electro, 66 kilograms, AB, 187 centimeters. June 1st, dislikes stalkerish underlings, likes Yomi's photo, talent interrogation. 172, 62, October 11th. Likes handmade torture tools, dislikes foolish humans who defy him. And Seth Burrows. 177, 69, B, June 6th. The wind instruments dislikes untuned instruments. Interesting. And these two. The Nailman. Urban legends dislikes a world filled with happiness. And the priest. Likes faith, dislikes atheists. 169.65, A, February 22nd. And 182.73, B. Actually. Okay, so she is smaller than he is. Likes death metal, dislikes people who can't get into music. Okay. So yeah, the arm really is the thing that set her apart. Although, unlike... Actually, is it here? No, it's not. Unlike Danganronpa, we don't actually have, like, measurements beyond their height. But, yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, okay, that's what that was from. I was very confused for a second. 2 Shinigami ones. We still don't know their fortes, though. Flair for negotiation. So some of them have abilities, and then some of them have talents. Interesting, because not everyone has a forte. Shinigami has an ability. Interesting. Solid Snake. His motives are complex. They're all throwaway characters, RIP. But I think that's where we'll stop for now, rather than get into another thing now. I think I'll just end things here. We solved it, and I assume we'll be moving on into the next chapter. I presume, anyway. Oh, I have multiple... Oh, no, these are autosaves, never mind. Yeah, I presume we'll be moving on into Chapter 2 after this. And likely won't be able to go anywhere for a while. It's said that you will not be able to return to this area for a long time. So I would imagine that we're potentially going somewhere else in Kanai Ward. Although I don't know particularly where. But presumably to a new place. Or it could just be that we're going to be in some sort of really linear story that we can't get out of. And so... Why do I keep getting Discord notifications? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Take these off. There we go. But yeah, I presume either we're going to go to a new area or we'll just be in a really linear story thing where we won't be able to explore around a lot. So, let's see. This was kind of like 4 all in one, which is very quick. I don't know actually how long this game is. I don't know how many chapters there are. I assume there's 6. But I'll see. I assume there's 6 though. Let's see. Stick to the main story, 20 to 30 hours, all the side missions. 100% take about 40 hours. Okay, but that's not what I want. 8 chapters. Okay. Prologue and epilogue are much shorter than the numbered chapters, but 0 is a full chapter. So 8 chapters including... Oh, no, they're... Okay. So, chapter 0, prologue, chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and then the epilogue. Okay, so that's what they're counting. So we'll have, I assume, go on to chapter 2 next time, and then we'll have 3 chapters after that and an epilogue. So if we do story, if the stories are relatively long and we explore, and I don't do story investigation and then lab as separates, if I roll them into one, we should have 2 more streams per chapter, so 6 more streams. Well, actually, next stream will probably be, or like next Rain stream will probably be story and investigation for chapter 2. Then lab for chapter 2. And then story investigation for 3, and then lab for 3. And then story investigation 4, and then lab 4, and then story investigation 5, lab 5, and then probably just the epilogue. So probably 7 more streams. That's assuming that the story is relatively short, and that I don't have any streams in between where I'm just like running around. But at a minimum, 7 streams. There'll probably be more than that, because I don't think I'm going to do story. I mean, it depends on how long the story sections are. But, it seems like some of the story sections are kind of shorter. So we'll see how long it takes. If it takes a long time for the story before we get to an investigation, or a decent amount of time, I might just save the investigation for a separate stream and then just do the mystery lab and all in one, but it really depends on how the game decides to divide up the content and how long things take. But next Rain stream, I presume we're going to be starting chapter 2. We haven't gotten the closer for chapter 1 yet though, so maybe not. I don't know. Hard to tell. There was a thing that happened when we ended chapter 1, or chapter 0 and started chapter 1. So I haven't seen that yet, but we'll probably see. I'm assuming we'll see it fairly soon after we deal with the guest. But that'll be it for this stream. I actually... Let me check this again. Okay. I think Miko's going to be on later. I don't think she's on now. Is she? No. No. But yeah. I think Miko, according to this, she'll be on later to play some Valorant, and then she's gonna go play Genshin and pull for Novelette. So that should be pretty fun. Who else is on? Mugi's singing right now. She's doing throwback karaoke. So there's that. I don't think I'm not gonna rate her. But next stream, well, probably I actually don't know what the next stream will be. Probably 3 Houses or Raincoat, depending. I did talk about how I had a game set up, but I do want to finish one of these before starting that. And I think Raincoat will probably be shorter than 3 Houses. It depends on how much I blast through 3 Houses. I could probably do like a chapter per stream on 3 Houses if I blast through everything. The auxiliary battles are really what would hinder me from that, because those might take a long time and it might make the chapter mission take too long. But I should be able to do probably at least a chapter or a month every 2 streams in 3 Houses as well. 1 stream for the month and then 1 stream for the chapter battle. Or maybe like a stream for the first 3 weeks and then a stream for the last week in the chapter battle. But probably about 2 streams per month there as well. So, going into chapter 5, I believe we are now. 5? I think we're on 5. So, Blue Lions is 24. 19-ish more. So 38 streams. That's a lot of streams, actually. But yeah, 3 Houses, I think will probably take less time as time goes on. Right now it's taking a lot of time because of Maddening Mode. But Maddening Mode, it gets easier the longer you play it. It's just hard at the beginning because you're fighting inflated stats. And your own characters aren't that strong. But as they level up, things kind of balance out more. And then it just turns into... Watch out for some skills, because they got some neat tricks. And watch out for those ambush spawns and just the greater increase of enemies. But your stats begin to balance out. And then it just becomes like hard mode, but with more enemies. So with that all being said, I don't know when the next stream will be. Possibly Thursday. Probably no stream tomorrow. Probably on Thursday. And then the other thing that is going to kind of throw a wrench into some of my plans is in less than a week, it's going to be October. So Sunday is the first day of October, no stream. But October means spooky month. If I had Vanguard on this entire time, I'm closing Vanguard. October is spooky month. And so, like last time, Dawn asked me if I was going to play Obama Maze, which I don't think I am going to. It is free, but pause. Not what I want. Go back. But Ooh, another Sprite psychological horror game, free to play. Where is it? Add to wish list. If I go to my wish list, I don't think I've bought it yet. Pound is in here somewhere. Oh, yeah. There are also some other games I found. Obviously, there's Needy Streamer Overload, came out a couple years ago. The other ones I found were Mamiya, and where's the other one? Was it just Mamiya? There was one other one, Trapped with Jester, which is also free. And then of course Pound, which looks very similar to Anne and is a classic. And I also have Savior of the Abyss. So Trapped with Jester is free, and At Home Alone Final is also free. They both look like they're pretty short games, so I might bust those out. I don't know how long Savior of the Abyss is, but it looks very similar to Project Cat in terms of the style. It's sort of a survival horror. And then Pound is kind of like Anne, I guess. And then Mamiya looks very interesting as well. The art for Mamiya looks very interesting. I didn't really read what it was about. The description does not really help me, but it looks cool. So we might check that out. But those are my kind of speed for horror games. Although Trapped with Jester is a choose-your-own adventure one, so that could be interesting. I don't know. But that's gonna throw a wrench if I try to do any of those into the plans. Because I'll have to try and do that with Brain Code and Three Houses. But yeah, I think that's it. I might later, like on my own time, I might play Code Vein later. You know? Sometimes I just get the itch to play Code Vein. And I never do it, but sometimes I just get that itch. Just to do it. But anyway, if I do want to do that, I probably should end the stream. So, I think this is where my camera is. Is it? I think it is. Somewhere. My camera's somewhere. Right now I'm looking at OBS and I can see I'm not looking at my camera. Am I looking at my camera? I have no idea where my camera is centered. But anyway, thank you all for watching. When was the last stream? Out of curiosity. When did I stream last? Last stream. Oh no, it was 6 days ago. Coping in Spiral Abyss. That wasn't that long ago. I mean, it was almost a week ago. When was the last time I played Raincode? Oh, it's been so long that Twitch has removed my VOD. I think it was the 9th of September. I think if you go... I'm gonna go to the archive channel real quick. I think if you go to the archive channel, it was like actual ages ago. Like, actual ages ago. Let's see. Where is the archive channel? Clock Mystery. This one. That would have been the last stream. When was that? Yeah, September 9th. That's what I thought. That was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. That was... almost. Well, it was like a little over 2 weeks ago. just under 2.5 weeks ago. That was a long time ago. No wonder I don't remember anything. And Three Houses was even further beyond that. That was the 8th, the day before. But Three Houses is a little less memory intensive. I don't really have to remember as much. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. Oh, my Steam icon has gotten all messed up on my taskbar. I will probably be live on Thursday, most likely, for Three Houses. I kind of want to switch things up a bit. And also, I'm really itching to recruit Manuela, Shamir, and Catherine before I forget, and get working on their skill levels so we can finally get a warp user. And hopefully, now that we can promote Ash to Archer, hopefully he'll be able to do some more work with that extra bow range. But with that being said, thank you all for watching, and goodbye. The Elgato still briefly was in my OBS audio mixer. For a brief moment, it was still there, ever present. Oops. Yeah, no. Let me see. Turning off the switch. I don't want to raid Mugi because she's streaming. Well, not because she's streaming. Obviously, you raid people while they're streaming. I don't want to raid Mugi because she's singing, but I will put her thing in chat. I just don't want to raid her because she's singing, and I feel like that would be really disruptive. So she's doing throwback songs. Go have fun with that, I guess.